failed. I think the Supreme Court.
Hello, I'm HQ of HQ Reacts. If you find yourself here and you're not subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe. If you find me on other social media platforms, please follow me, like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So, you can catch me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Hello, I'm HQ of HQ Reacts. Hey, how are you all? How is it going? We have our marriage letters today. Please lock in and kiss the like button. The like button is the greeting for us. Hello. Right. Well, this marriage or this show highlights marriage for several reasons. One, it gives us stability in our life. Now more than ever, marriage is traditionally seen as a foundation of building families, making homes, which are considered essential for a stable society. And this is what we want. It provides often structured for raising children primarily. And this is why we want to stress marriage. When you get married, it also gives you legal protections, I guess, and economic benefits, I guess, tax benefits, inheritance rights, the decision-making process if something happens to your spouse, emotional and psychological support. A healthy marriage can offer companionship, emotional security, and mutual support in good and bad times. This is also religious significance that we have. Okay? Many cultures and religions, marriage is sacrifice. It's a sacred thing, a sacred institution that represents a moral or spiritual commitment. It often symbolizes unity, duty, and the beginning of a new familiar chapter. We also want commitment from marriage. Marriage can be a public and legal commitment that encourages partners to invest more seriously in each other and its business. Of course, Jay, of course. Marriage is traditionally linked with parenthood. Highlights marriage often emphasizes the idea of a stable environment for children to have a clear identity or lineage. So this is why we highlight marriage, why we want to do a marriage show. We encourage people to come up on the stage and be a part of solving letters that we may get from people who want to have some kind of direction through these letters. And so we say, hey, shut up, Jay, you married. So we say, hey, we encourage people to come up and say, hey, shut up, Jay, you're married. Or if you just want to know more about how people would solve problems, real world problems, from people who have been married or people who are married. So we encourage that, right? I mean, it's not a difficult thing. It's just, there's a different perspective sometimes when you've been married or you want to be married. Please hit the like button, And we have the super chat and the cash app, please. And thank you. Help support the show. We'd love that. Thank you, Doris Myers, gifted 1 HQ Reacts membership. Thank you very much for that. So, if we have any married people who would like to come up, we're not asking you to be on camera, but if you'd like to come up, Steve and James, not my topic. See ya. Okay, of course. Sometimes it's not people's topic. Some people don't wish to be married. Some people are married. Some people want to hear about what we do. So we encourage people to come up. You don't have to be on camera, but if you would like to be a part of the solution of some of these letters, please. We encourage you to come on the panel. Okay. But it always seems to be me and Jay. Me and Jay. How are you, sir?
Hey, HQ.
And yet we have people who would love to be married, who want to be married. I truly believe people want to be married, want to have that kind of commitment, right? And we encourage it. We encourage it definitely because we want the economic benefits to be there. We want to have children in the marriage under the cover of a husband and a father, on which we have on the stage with us right now. Hey, right? So these are perspectives that people need to hear, because a lot of people don't have fathers in the house. We want to see fathers in the house. This is what we want to see going forward. So we have a father on the panel who is giving you real world examples of what it's like to be a husband and a father. And I'm giving you in a real way. And I'm giving real world examples of how I think marriage as a mother who is supposed to be secondary in the household. She's supposed to be supportive. She is supposed to be the person that makes the home agreeable, who makes the home smooth, and the person that encourages the husband to be all that he can be, and that will fuel what he needs to do. So, without further ado, Jay, how are you? Please.
I'm good. How you doing, HQ?
I am good today.
You got your guy out the house just in time for you to start up your life.
Why everybody be trying to set me up? What's going on? No,
we ain't got to set you up. You already set up.
I know I'm not set up.
You got the setup. You got IKEA over there. Everything is set up.
I'm negotiating. Let's put it that way. We're
Okay.
negotiating.
All right.
Negotiating. I haven't figured out how old he is yet, but we're negotiating. Because he ain't that young. I'm pretty sure he's around my age, but he ain't that young. So we don't know. So what do we want to hear? What message do we want to impart today? If we don't impart any message other than this one, what message would you like to impart when it comes to marriage?
God, I knew my phone was going to ring. I would say know your role.
Mm-hmm.
Know your role. Establish your role in the beginning and do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I got to get this. Hold on.
Okay. I will start and Jay will answer his phone. Go, sir. All right. So without further ado, I have the first letter, right? My wife's girlfriend's husband had an affair with my wife. What do I do? Now, my wife and I have been married for more than 10 years. Recently, her close girlfriend's husband texted me and told me that he had an affair with my wife for 5 years. Wow. He said he couldn't live with it, so he told his wife, who is my wife's girlfriend. Oof. My marriage has always been rocky, and I travel a lot for work. As a matter of fact, I received a text while traveling. I received text while traveling. I am feeling so confused and lost right now and really don't know what to do. Oof. I have no idea why I posted here, but I don't have anyone to talk to, and I don't want to talk to anybody about this. Oof. Any suggestions on the sensible actions to take? What do I do next? Do I confront my wife, the girlfriend's husband, talk to the girlfriend, lawyer? Wife parents, what do I do? Wow. Thank you, Natural KRC, for $10. Like button hit, supporting from far handling business. But do your thing, AQ. I'll repay later. Thank you. Hi, Jay. Hi, Jay. Love kisses, blue, 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 Natural Gang. Thank you, Natural KRC. And to Stephen James, $2. Not my topic, but I did miss the link. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button coming in. So we have this marriage scenario where the husband's wife's best friend, the husband, said, I had an affair with your wife for 5 years. What does he do? Wow. What does he do? Well, first thing I probably would do is I would die. If I would first, I would take a beat. I would take a minute and decide whether I want this marriage to be over. Do I want this marriage to be over? See, that's the first thing you have to decide, because a lot of people act on impulse. This person could be lying. This person could be making a joke. Anything. We don't know. We don't have any context. But the first thing you need to decide is, if such a thing has occurred, are you willing to walk away? If you're not willing to walk away, you have to decide that. That has to be when a spouse cheats. You have to decide whether you're willing to walk away, and how far are you willing to walk away. A lot of people are willing to walk away completely, totally bust up the family. Some people are willing to walk halfway away, where they don't want anything to do with you, but I'm going to stay because of my children. You have to decide. When your spouse has an affair, you have to decide how far you're going to walk away. Because have you ever had those relationships where, have you ever seen those relationships where the person has an affair, or the person does something, but you're not willing to walk away? Or you know someone who is in a bad situation and they're not willing to walk away, but you tell them something. You tell them something and they still stay. Or you say, girl, you got to leave. You can't be staying there. And then you look like the goofy because you are encouraging her to go away, or encouraging her to leave, or encouraging him to leave, and they don't want to leave. If you're not going to do anything about the person having an affair, don't say anything to that spouse. Don't say anything to your wife. If you're not going to leave and you're not going to do anything about it, then don't say anything. What do you need to say? Okay. But that's what I say if you're not going to leave. That's the first thing you need to decide. If you're going to leave, are you going to have are you going to do anything about it? Now, this is if you're going to do something about it. If you're going to do something about it and you're going to leave, and you know that you're going to leave, make sure you document everything. You document the text, you document any kind of, or see if you can talk to that husband that she had an affair with. See if you can get any kind of text from him. Since he sent you the original text, or he sent you the text saying he cheated with your wife, see if that person is willing to give you the text that you got from that person got from your wife. Okay. Prepare for the separation. Don't just jump out there. Okay. Don't just jump out there, because it would be the worst thing that you could do is jump out there and don't have your ducks lined in a row. Once everything is in order and finalized, and you can move forward with serving the papers, serving whatever you need to serve to that wife without prior warning, then you do that. Separate money, separate all of these things. If you're able to do that without telling something. So that is my advice for if a person finds out that their spouse has cheated, will cheat, or has cheated, or whatever. Those are my two ways of doing it. Hello, Zeus.
Well, hi there, HQ. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. No, long time.
Don't start that. Don't start that. I see it already.
Have you heard the scenario?
No, why don't you read it again for me? Why don't you explain it again?
Okay, it's just small. It's a small scenario. My wife and I have been married for more than 10 years. Recently, her close girlfriend's husband texted me and told me he had an affair with my wife for 5 years. He said he couldn't live with the affair anymore. So he told his wife, and now he's telling me. That's the scenario. What should I do? And I said, if you're not going to, you need to first take a beat and decide what you're going to do. Are you going to leave? Do you want to leave? You have to figure those things out first, because there's no point in you swinging and not have a direction in which you're going to go. So once you decide the direction you're going to go, this is what I said you should do on that. And then I said, if you go the other way, this is what I said you should do. Now, you're up to speed. What say you, sir?
Thank you, because I thought it was a hot mess, and I love the way you, like, the more you go over that, you can streamline the process.
Right.
It's tough. It's tough because you got that via text message.
Yes.
And what I realized, something that you and Tierney said a while back, is also true. Regardless of how this goes down, it's going to be the man's fault. It's going to be the man's fault who got cheated on. It's going to be the other guy's fault who cheated. Yes. Now, I'm going to take an unconventional approach because this is how I think.
Okay.
So it sounds like in the conversation, the parents were a part of the family community. Get the husband and wife together, get all the adults together, and have a conversation about that. Because somehow things got tangled up. So I'm going to tell you, I don't believe in breaking up for cheating. I don't believe in breaking up for like nonsense.
Right.
I think those are coachable moments because you never break up from anybody. There's a girl in first grade. She hit me in the eye and then she wanted to be my girlfriend. And I always tell that story. So her and I are always connected. Your ex, you're always connected on that story.
Okay.
They need to flesh out the other problems. To me, I know for you, because you petty, but you have grown. No, you have grown. The way you explained that, you had grown.
Okay.
You would strike back, but you said, no, I'm gonna step back. So I want to give you credit for growing on that. To me, take the cheating off the table. That's a violation. That happened. We're gonna deal with that later. But why were you arguing with me? You were arguing with me with the purpose of making yourself an excuse to go play. You were disconnecting with me, making an effort to connect with the other person. How can we repair that? When you get to that spot, what's our sign, our tone we need to take to make sure we never go down this road again? Okay. To me, those are the communication things that you can repair. And then I'm a big fan of dating. You should date until the end of time. That's just how I think. So those are things I wanted to lay on the table and just share with the group. With that said, I'm in.
Okay. Jay, did you hear the scenario?
Not really. I heard you talking, but I couldn't really,
Oh, okay. So my wife and I have been married more than 10 years. Recently, her close girlfriend's husband texted me and told me he had an affair with my wife for 5 years. He said he couldn't live with it, so So he told his wife, and he told his wife, and he told me. So now, what do I do? And what I said was, first take a beat and find out one thing. Are you willing to leave or are you not? What do you want to do? If you don't want to leave, then you need to do X, Y, and Z. If you do want to leave, then you do X, Y, and Z.
I ain't with you on this one, Zeus.
You don't have to be. I'm not saying.
I get
my narrative on anybody.
No, right. I get you.
So I gave 2 scenarios.
I'd have to think about it, man. I like, ooh, if that's your wife's best friend,
husband,
right? But that's your wife's best friend, right? So y'all over the last 5 years, so y'all been going on dates together. You know, you probably went up to hoop with this dude.
And this dude all the while
barbecuing, eating your hamburgers and ribs up. He tearing your ribs up, and then that night he tore your wife.
Right.
Oh man, no man, it's a wrap, man. It's not about the. All right, it's not about the cheating. It's just, I mean, as human beings, man, like for the average human being, that's a hard pill to swallow. Right there, half the relationship,
half the marriage.
It wasn't like a one of those. Oh, we got drunk and something happened and yada yada yada, random kind of thing. This was like this. You wanted that. You really wanted that. Both of y'all really wanted that
for 5 years. For 5 years,
I gotta smash the best friend. I mean, and I just playing, but no, that's a wrap, man.
No, you're not. You're not playing.
No,
well,
it depends on how the best friend looks.
HQ done rubbed off on you. HQ done rubbed off on you.
No.
I don't know what HQ do on her private time.
I wouldn't smash the friend. I mean, even if I was on the petty level I used to be, because I've grown a little bit.
Yes, you have.
Man.
Yes, you have.
I would not smash the friend. I smash
years?
somebody else, but I wouldn't be smashing the friend.
Okay, HQ, you know I love you, right? HQ, you know I love you, right?
What?
So I'm not going. When I come down on you and I send you to your room with no dinner, I'm gonna give you your roses the same. You have definitely tried to open your opinions and thought processes on that. So I want to give that. These are hard conversations. Ain't none of these conversations easy because this type of situation, when it hits you, it's all in your face, and you feel like that guy at the grocery store, the butcher, he knew. He was your buddy. He was cutting your meat. He didn't tell you.
Almost.
You just get all kind of stuff.
Wow.
This is BD. This is BD before Diddy. Anyway, go ahead.
And
ain't nothing before Diddy. It's no such thing.
And now you looking around at all the people that probably did know, and they acted differently. And now you see now you see where your wife acted differently. What she said that was different. What she did that was different.
You got to think. You're going to be thinking about you're going to be thinking about every interaction over the last 5 years. Y'all kids playing together, the cookouts, the double dates, the hey man, can I use your truck to come help me move something? You know, hey bro, I appreciate you, bro. Right. You know, you're gonna be thinking about all of that, like every word that was said. You're gonna be like, yo, this was right in my face. This is not a random person outside of the group.
Which is almost
Here we go.
It's almost easier to deal with if it was somebody random.
It is. That's absolutely, because it's not, like I said, now it's all of that stuff is in your face. And the average human being is going to be reflecting on all of those moments, man.
He looked when I left the house. He ran across the street, smashed my wife in my bed. I mean, all of these things will be running through his head. So are we saying he ain't going to be able to forget?
Okay, where these claw marks come at from our headboard? Where these scratches in our headboard come from?
Right.
Oh, that's the cat that we don't have.
That's the cat. All right.
Right.
So here's what I'm trying to purvey in the conversation. Regardless if you get a divorce or not, and you move to another city and you start a new life, that's still going to be a part of your story. You're going to be sitting around eating hot dogs at McDonald's and go, damn, something else just clicked in my mind. This just clicked in my mind. That's clicked in my mind. It's that story is never going to stop. It doesn't matter if you with them or not. It doesn't. It's stop. There's a way you can approach it. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but Jay Tillman, you saying that we're not thinking alike, you're not telling me anything different.
So you think
just because somebody's a part of your story don't mean they got to be a part of your life.
Right.
What? If they're a part of your story, they're still a part of your life.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They were a part of your life. They don't have to be a part of your life. The present to the future. It's gone. I mean,
So you're saying there's no way to get past it. No way to get past this. You don't think there's no way to get past. You don't think there's no way to get past it, Zeus?
That's not what I said. I'm saying
what I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Do you think it's a way?
Yeah, I think it's a way. I think it's a coachable moment. I think there's a lot of things to untangle. But you have to, I think you're correct. You have to step back and say, the first pillar is both guys are going to be wrong. Both guys are going to pay. If they get divorced, the guys are going to be the ones that end up paying, not the women. The women aren't going to be in wrong. And Jay Tillman, you said something previously, if I'm quoting you correctly, when a woman says, well, guys cheat. Well, if she leaves the guy who cheats and go gets another guy, all guys cheat. She gonna meet another guy who cheats.
Yeah, I said that. If she say all guys cheat, then if all guys cheat, then why not just be with the one guy that cheat?
Right. So to me, approaching a relationship, you go in and say, how can we build better transparency? How can we build warning flags, like yellow flags, like, hey, I feel like this is what I need to do. Because even if he divorces her, even if they move to another city, he's still gonna have unanswered questions.
Oh, always. God, dog, so many.
So to me,
so
it's
that
better.
Time you said you couldn't go to the thing, you was
right. Like, hey, why did you just look at that guy who passed us and you in Tibet? And you like, why'd you look at that guy like that? You're gonna have those ghosts.
Why you got to be in Tibet? He what, 4'11"? She still looked at him.
Yeah,
I know you, Missy. I know you. So yeah, I'm saying there's a coachable moment. I'm saying you can flesh it out, but also what I've learned, I've been in these situations, and there are exploratory questions and there are investigative questions. And a lot of times when you're in your emotions, you ask a lot of aggressive questions that don't yield a result. Versus, right.
Yeah, she did. Of course she did.
Right.
And then came and kissed you over the last 5 dang on years. God.
Right. You're going to play all those things in your head. But if you really talk to them, you're going to find out the pieces that are missing, and you can put those together and build better. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. I'm not saying everybody's going to make it through that. But I'm definitely saying if you want it, it's there. If you want to blow it up, you're going to be just like everybody else. And trust me, it's a cycle that's going to keep repeating itself until you learn. With that said, I'm in.
Okay.
Man, this is like, I mean, I don't know what you want to put a label on it, man, but 5 years, I look at it and be like, how old is the kids? We're going to open this thing up. We opening this up. Don't be looking at me no kind of way. We opening this thing up. The last 5 years?
Last 5 years. Wow. That's rough. But see,
I'm gonna be on Tinder and Bumble and everything like that right in front of you. I'm gonna look. Hey, does she look good to you, babe?
Are you gonna try to hurt? You gonna try to hurt?
No, it ain't hurt. Ain't no hurt. That's not hurt. She did that. I'm not hurting her. I'm not hurting her with it. She already did it. 5 years. 5 years, HQ.
But you moving in hurt. That's what we saying.
That's not moving in hurt. That's moving in reality.
Jay, tell me you need a hug right now.
Come on, give me a hug, Zeus.
So we say
in the eyes when you hug me too.
We got different ways we gonna act. I believe, obviously, I'm one of those people that I believe that it's ultimately going to destroy the relationship. I think it's going to ultimately destroy it, but some people may be able to see their side of things. Maybe you see some blame in there for you. I don't know, but I do know you don't immediately hit the door and say, I'm out. You got to figure out all the other angles. Put your money in line, put your kids in line, put your all your things in line before you walk out the door. And then you hit her with it. If you decide that you're going, you hit her with everything lined up. Because
will you stop? Will you stop? That's a bad plan. Because what you saying, it doesn't, for you saying that, both guys, we know one guy is the catalyst and one guy is the guy who's the collateral damage. Both guys are going to end up paying. So that's not a good plan for guys.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean that's not a good plan for guys?
Okay, I'm
If you
done.
don't- if-
I'm done. I'm talking. I'm only talking to the lamp. I'm not talking to you. I'm
hear,
only talking to the
you,
lamp.
Zeus. I hear you, Zeus, because we know who's gonna be paying in the situation.
Yeah,
the
but
dude that
that's
was
fine.
clapping cheeks and the dude that's crushed.
Yeah, but that's neither here
They
nor
both
there.
gonna pay.
But I'm not saying. What do you mean you're not gonna? Wait a minute. How is he gonna pay if he puts his stuff in a row? If he puts his ducks in a row?
If they both get okay, so you said both relationships is destroyed. This destroys relationship. So the dude,
But the
was
wife
smashing.
doesn't know that he knows he has time enough to put his ducks in order before she grabs
but
money.
what
What
ducks?
What are you doing? What are you
Ain't
doing,
no
HQ?
ducks.
What are you
Ain't no
doing,
ducks.
HQ?
You could try to put all your ducks in a row as you want to. She's still going to take it.
Yeah, it depends on how much money y'all got. Y'all don't make that much money. Men don't make.
It don't have to be. Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nug Nug still could pay. They don't make much.
Yeah, but they not paying like that. How are we paying?
You don't need to. It's not about.
You was doing
paying
so
like,
good, HQ.
It's not
You was
about
doing
paying
so
like
good.
that.
I don't understand.
Why should they have to pay anything? That's
Anything.
the whole thing. They
Why
gonna
should
have to
they-
pay.
Okay,
Why should
so
anybody
what?
have to pay? He gonna have to pay. The guy gonna have to pay something.
Okay, so what? We already know.
Yeah,
that.
that's what Zeus is saying. Regardless of the situation, the dude that just think about this, HQ. I just found out.
I didn't say that wasn't true.
My wife's best friend husband been clapping my wife cheeks for the last 5 years out of the 10-year relationship.
Right.
I get all my ducks in a row. I start recording all kinds of stuff, and I got all the evidence. Right?
So it don't matter. So we
I
used
go to the court.
railroad you.
I go to the court. Guess who gonna get the custody? Guess who gonna have to pay child support? She gonna get custody, majority of it, even if it's split.
Okay.
The courts favor the women,
Okay.
typically, unless there's no craziness going on,
Okay.
no drugs, no abuse, nothing like that. She's gonna get the majority of the custody, if not 50 custody,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then he's gonna still have to pay.
Okay.
So he's screwed either way.
So he don't do nothing then. You say he don't do nothing then.
That's not what we said. That we're
Well,
correcting
no,
something.
you're talking about the ultimate decision. You're not talking about how he gets there. I'm saying how he gets there. Of course, there's gonna be custody. Of course, she probably gonna get major custody. Of course, she gonna get child support. I'm saying these are obvious things. So what is your point? The point is you don't want to get screwed more. Okay.
It's cheaper to keep her is a famous line. The other thing I'm gonna say to you that I think you missed is what we were saying.
So I got exactly what you were saying.
Hold. Hey, that's aggressive.
That's
aggressive.
Exactly what you were saying.
Passive
No,
aggressive.
yeah.
You're
So-
already at the finish line. I'm trying to figure out how
No.
you get to the finish
There was
line.
something you said. I'm gonna go back a little bit if you allow me, please. So you had said that, okay, so the guy who was cheating called the guy he cheated on. He texted him, right?
Yeah.
And your thing was maybe the wife don't know. If they've been banging for 5 years, I guarantee you the wife knows.
No, the wife does know. The man who banged the wife knows. He confronted his wife and then he told him. The wife that doesn't know is the one who's finna get bombarded with the "I'm finna leave you."
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm telling you. That's what she
And I'm
gonna know.
saying,
She
how
gonna
how
know.
long you think she not gonna know if her best friend just knows already?
I'm saying
That best friend is going over there to pull to snatch some lace front out. HQ.
Okay, let me land on this. Ben Franklin has a great saying. He says 4 people can keep a secret if 3 of them are dead.
3 of them is
So-
dead.
So you know, regardless, emotions got into it. The person isn't calm. They gonna go over and say something. Period.
okay.
The wives is best friends, and the best friend's
So
husband
how
who
is
was
it
cheating
how
told
is it
her.
that
So
you
you know
all-
she.
So how is it that y'all come to the conclusion that that she's going to win everything and she's the guilty party and everybody knows and we have proof that she's the cheater? So it don't matter whether she cheats. She could be egregious as hell and she's still gonna win. Is that what y'all?
Yes, Yes.
So he shouldn't do nothing. He shouldn't get no text messages.
That's
He
not what
shouldn't
we
do
said.
anything.
You're doing extremes right now. You're being
Then what are you talking
disingenuous.
about?
You're being disingenuous.
No, I'm not. Because I
Okay.
said.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
No,
Dun, dun, dun. We have entered the gaslighting VIP room.
because
Go
what
ahead.
I said was, if you plan not to stay, you
It's
need
nice
to
in
collect
here, Zeus.
evidence. You all are saying, let's not collect no evidence. Let's not worry about nothing. She's gonna win anyway, so I don't need to do nothing. I'm saying
He could do everything. I got a buddy here, and
but that's
he
not
was married for a
always
while.
the
I
case.
know, but this is just an anecdotal experience. And I knew that this brother's hurting, man, because I could see it on his face and in his eyes when he tells the story to us. And it's not, and I actually got a couple buddies here that did some their wives did some madness and filed for divorce. But she started hanging out with a different group of friends, and then, you know, in a mature age, wanted to start going out and getting back and living this life and hanging out and drinking and doing all kinds of nonsense.
Getting to the streets, being in the streets.
In the streets. And he didn't do nothing. And then what did she say? She called up, you know, her friends was telling her, because they all divorced and stuff like that, hey, this is what you need to do. So he's at work one day, he gets a call from the police. Hey, we got a report that, you know, that you was laying your hands on people. And he's like, what? So it's like, yeah, you need to come to the station. So he calls up his lawyer buddy, do all this stuff. But yeah, his end up taking, you know, most of his stuff, and he's still paying on the house that he bought that they're in with the kids. So the kids have stability, and he's renting another place. He's paying for most of it. I got another buddy who his old lady, she wanted to start gambling, all his money away, dabbling in you know, skiing. You know what I'm saying? Right? He had investment properties. He had to sell all of that and pay her.
Wow.
And I could see it when these brothers talk about it, man. They be, and I know if Black was up here, he'll tell you some stories. Man, it's like, God, dog, bro.
Yeah, that comes from not preparing. That comes from not preparing yourself for that for that slide.
Oh Lord,
those women, regardless of what those do, they could have prepared all they want to. They still got it.
Yeah, but that is not the scenario of every person. If
Not
you
every,
prepare,
but a lot, too many.
So I'm saying, prepare yourself. Don't go into the marriage thinking, okay, this is going to be perfect. Prepare
One
yourself.
is too many. One is too many.
How do you prepare yourself, Queen? Go ahead. Give us this game plan,
all right,
Queen.
according to this scenario, okay? According to this scenario, y'all talking about 1,000 different scenarios. Not every woman wins. Not every woman can walk away from the text messages that the judge seen.
Nothing is 100%. That's
right.
a
That's
given.
correct. That's correct.
However,
that's why I said.
Why would a bro that? Hold on, let me clean my kids in the car. We're going to the doctor right now. Hold on, let me get into my clean cut pappy, right?
You get one.
How can a man, right, prepare to go into some sort of relationship with a woman, marry her? So he got to prepare that homegirl gonna cheat on? Is that what you mean?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's the only way you can prepare, right?
Wait a minute. See, we got a whole different bunch of scenarios here. First of all, I look at the reality of the situation. 9 times out of 10, you're only making a certain amount of money, and you're both poor. So there is no hide your money, because you don't make enough money to hide your money. Most people are broke and they just separate. They get a divorce and they separate. You don't take no property. I don't take no property.
We're not talking about those in this moment, HQ. Come on, man. Like we talking about in the scenario that Jay Tillman just explained. That buddy have to sell his stuff. Talk about that one right there.
Oh, I'm
obviously, if you poor, you cannot split nothing, right? That's more than obvious.
Right. So the scenario is, and we don't have enough context. We don't have money. We don't have any of those things. The scenario was the gentleman got a text from, apparently this guy must have been his friend. So his friend texted him and told him, I've been having an affair with your wife for 5 years. The wife, both wives are best friends. So I said, since you told him, he now knows his wife cheated on him. So he need to be making corrective steps towards getting a divorce if that's what he wants to do. He needs to be making corrective steps since that's what he wants to do. If he wants to get a divorce, if he doesn't want to get a divorce, then don't say nothing. Just stay there. But corrective steps means I want to get evidence that you cheated. If I want to go to the courts and say, I want a divorce based on infidelity, I have the proof. He's not going to get cooked completely if he's the one who has the evidence that she cheated. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she doesn't win. I'm not saying she does win. I'm not saying any of those. That's not a part of the scenario. The scenario was, what would you do if you found out your spouse was cheating for 5 years? What would you do? And I suggested the person get themselves in line if they're going to do the divorce.
Maybe I'm wrong, but hunger cheated. Let's just say that is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hunger cheated. I don't think that her part, whatever she gets from the divorce, is determined why they're getting a divorce from. I'm a right. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that got nothing to do with it. Whether she cheated or not, if you say I'm dumb, she's getting something if it's something to split. Am I right or wrong,
right.
Susan and Jay? Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah, we're with you.
All right, then. So what? So the reason would have mattered. Like, let's say she cheated, she got a train right on her. She still would get something, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, what if it's one of those states where you have to? I don't know about divorce. I've never been near that. So are there states where you got to have a reason for divorce? I mean, is there scenarios where you
every state you have to have a reason.
So
You can't just divorce.
Okay. So
they just call it irreconcilable differences.
Right. I'm just saying, prepare yourself if you're going to go down the road, because some people stay. Some people stay even after this. So what do they do if they stay?
I agree.
Okay. But a lot of people
actually stay. A lot of people stay actually.
Right.
I think women stay way more.
Mm-hmm.
Men, I don't know what would be the percentage of men staying, but it's usually because some sort of financial implication. He'd be like, damn, you know what I mean? I got this crib, another crib over there. I'll be damned if I have to go split this with this bum-ass broad. And on top of it, might as well stay and fight it out.
Right. So I'm saying,
but it's not like he's happy for it.
Yeah. He has to think before he take a beat, and think before you walk out the door, because you never know what the scenario can turn out to be. You never know. So I'm saying, think before you walk out the door. I'm not saying don't walk out the door. I'm saying think about it first. What you're going to lose, what you're not going to lose. Are you going to lose custody of your kids? Are you going to have to leave the state? Are you going to have to leave, not be in the same house with your children? Hey, sometimes these are big factors in why people stay. I don't want to be out of the house with my children. I don't want my children to be without a father. I don't, people stay because of these things. I'm saying because this happened, take a minute and decide what you're going to do. Do you want to go through all these scenarios first? Do I want to be out of the house with my children? Can I live without her? Can I live without sex with her? Can I live in the house and have sex with somebody else? Can I do, you need to go through all of those scenarios before you say, hey, I got to get out of the house.
I think as a man, you should just leave, bro. A broad shit on you,
it's
man.
Easy
That's
to
the
leave.
ultimate.
I'm saying it's easy to just
That's
up and
the
leave.
ultimate disrespect. Right. No, I would live. I'm sorry. My ego, my pride is too big for that, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. Because if I stay, not only I got cheated on. Now I'm a sucker at this point.
I agree. 5 years is way. That's like wild. Ain't no way. But so we all agree.
I can always make a new family. Bro. That's the privilege to being a man.
That's wild.
That's the truth.
I mean, it's true. It's true. I get it. That's our scenario. That's our first scenario. Boy, that would be a hard road. It would be that. See, Zeus. You see why.
Don't do it. I know you're getting ready to start a fire. Go ahead.
You see why I couldn't stay? I couldn't stay I be doing the same thing Jay said. I be like, you see, did he look good? Ooh, he got a big old thing.
HQ. She smashed the homie. HQ.
know.
She smashed the homie.
That's why
HQ, have you cheated, HQ? I need to know this.
I couldn't stay.
Before I get with you, did you cheat it? Have you cheated before?
No, I don't think HQ did. I don't think HQ
You
do
better.
That.
I wouldn't watch you.
Because it says something about me to me. That's what it says to something about me to me. If I was to be a cheater, so I was never a cheater, right? So I always had a high integrity for myself. I hold myself accountable. I would never do that to another human being because I know that it would devastate another human being. So I made it there's a lot of things I promised myself when I was 17 that I never broke. I would never put my hands on a child. I would never put my hands on another human being. I would never cheat if I didn't have to. I would fight if I had to, but I would never do it deliberately. Do you know how people?
How you have to cheat?
Well, I mean, you know,
damn, you was doing so good.
Put myself in a scenario. Put myself in a scenario with that.
Babe. Hey, I had.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put myself in a situation where I would be in that. I would never put myself in that situation.
Be enticed.
HQ, you got a beat mouth. I find it hard to believe you never got into a fight.
No, I've never gotten in as an adult. I never got into a fight. As a kid, of course, but never as an adult. Never.
I had to.
Wow.
Never.
Babe, did you see them yams? I had to.
Y'all leave it alone.
Did you smell? Coach, you smell like vanilla.
Boy.
Ooh, I had to.
This is our second.
And this is what I came up over here to.
Yeah, what? Huh,
it is what I came over here to say. You're right. I say, with me and you was talking about this, a fatty channel, right? Is way different. Mm-hmm. A man cheating and a woman cheating. It's two completely scenarios.
Except with me.
Yeah, of course, because you think you all of that.
No, I don't. It's just an ego. It's not an ego thing. It's a pride, a very, very, very prideful thing. That's all. I'm just saying, in order for me to be right, I'd have to right the situation. And the only way to right that situation would be a tit for tat. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying, look, I can be petty too.
We know.
I'm just telling you up front that I'm going to be petty. That's all. I'm just telling you up front. Here's our second letter. We've turned sexual compatibility into a fixed trait. Like you either have it or you don't. But in long-term relationships, things are different. Life changes. Stress builds. Bodies evolve. Sex drives ebb and flow. Libido mismatch is incredibly common. But is that really incompatibility or just the reality of two people trying to stay connected over time? To me, sexual compatibility isn't something you either have or lack. It's something you build. And that takes effort and time, daily effort. It means communication, patience, self-awareness, and sometimes awkward or uncomfortable conversations. It means initiating sex even when you're tired, being intentional about intimacy, not just waiting for the right mood, understanding the desire often follows emotional connection, not the other way around. Mismatched libido is real, but I don't think it means you're doomed or fundamentally incompatible. It means you've got work to do, just like every other part of a marriage. Everyone talks about how painful dead bedrooms are, the dead bedroom, but not enough people talk about the daily effort required to prevent dead bedrooms. If sex and intimacy are core parts of a marriage, and I believe that they are, then they deserve the same energy and attention we give to everything else we care about. I know some people who won't agree, but if we keep treating libido differences or dry spells as deal breakers instead of challenges to be worked through, we're setting ourselves up to fail. I would like the advice, please.
You was talking to women though, right? He wasn't
What
talking
do
to
you
me.
mean? This
You was
is
talking to
a
women
man
though, right?
talk. It's a man talk.
Dead bed comes from who?
Men and women.
Come on now, HQ.
Are you kidding me? You think there's not? Look at Ty Pro. You wildin'. Do you think that dead bed is just from the female? There's
Yes.
men who refuse to give up the wood too.
Come on now, no.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
There's plenty of people on.
I ain't never heard no woman say my husband won't.
Yes, there's some men who won't.
The only time I've seen that is when a woman is like she used to be like 150 and now she like 350. That's the only time I've seen a scenario where the wife says my husband don't want to do it no more. That's the only time I've seen that.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's side note. So if your spouse, male or female, gained weight, is it okay to say, hell no, I'm not having sex with you?
Hey, I say you got to maintain,
towards
man.
women.
What?
Look
Male
towards
or
women.
female? Huh?
The look department is for y'all. Y'all gotta be more attractive than the man I'm going to assume. Don't hold on now. You're skilled. This is what it get interesting, right? Don't you say y'all fall in love with personalities?
Yes.
All right then. So
Yes, but
okay, then, so if the man get 150 to 350, I don't think it wouldn't be wise for him to gain that weight because health wise it would be messed up. But if you love the man for his personalities, then what?
But we still wait a minute, hold up. Y'all fall in love with the woman for her personality too, or is it her body?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a lie a lot of niggas tell you. That comes later.
Okay, so
personality is for tolerance. You fall in love with the way she looks. Personality is for tolerance. I can tolerate you. Yeah, we could.
But
Say that
we
again,
still
Jay.
have the
Say that
same.
again. Well, let's agree.
What?
Say that
Say
again.
again. Huh?
Personality is for tolerance. You fall in love with the way she looks.
Okay, so we have the same feelings.
Sorry, ladies.
If we're not attracted to it, we won't have sex with it either. Same thing.
That's a lie. That's cap.
Shit, I don't know where you get that cap from. I ain't having sex with no dragon.
Hey, what's the coach for that one team now that's about to marry the 25-year-old?
I ain't having sex with no dragon. That ain't gonna happen.
Bill Belichick.
No. Here's the thing.
Not even Bill Belichick. The other dude.
You all get mixed with. You all mix the fact that we have a reason to have some women have reasons to have sex with men that they're not attracted to. I'm in a relationship with you. I'm married to you. I still got to be attracted to you. Women still got to be attracted.
You just remixed the question. You just remixed.
Yeah, you show enough did. You show enough. You.
We have to be attracted to you to have sex with you unless you're paying us. What do you mean?
Okay, so there's the caveat. Unless you're paying, and it's people that's paying. So no, but
so husband ain't paying us.
Go the other way. Go the other way. HQ. What guys you see marrying women because they paying?
Damn.
Do women pay? Women don't even pay.
Right.
And the women that do pay, guys not marrying them because they paying. That's 0.0001%. We might as well not even talk about that. But more so than not, if a guy has resources, regardless of how he looks, a woman knows she's gonna be taken care of. She's gonna get up under it.
That's not how that works.
They even show it to us right in our faces on sitcoms. When you look at a sitcom, how does the wife look?
How does it come? Y'all not gonna have sex if she gets fat.
She's slender and everything, right? She's slender. There's always a big old funny jolly dude, right?
Y'all ain't gonna have
stable
sex.
Though.
Wait a minute. Y'all not gonna have sex if she's fat.
No, I didn't say that. That's not what I'm saying. Guys have sex with big girls all the time. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that men, our first thing when we look at a woman is how she looks to us. Regardless of how she looks, her attraction is first. Her
get
personality keeps us around.
that. Okay, I get all of
We
that.
can say that because you could do it to women you don't even like.
Okay,
But it's not the same
fat.
for women.
But she said, yes, well, yeah, it's not. That's not the same. That's not the same. But the fact that you may be fat is the same, regardless of the money. If you paying me and you fat, of course I have sex with you. I'm married to you. You not paying me. I'm not having sex with you. How do we have dead beds if that's the case? You have dead beds because of a reason. You have dead beds.
Women cause dead beds, and like I don't know the number. I don't know the statistics. I just know from living life. When I talk to people, women cause dead beds.
Right.
The women are the one. That's why all the jokes come from it, because it's based in reality.
I'm saying women.
Once you get married, it's a wrap. That's what people say.
I'm not arguing how we get there. I'm saying to you.
And they don't tell the women that. They tell the men that, hey, bro, once you get married, the cheek department is closed. You ain't gonna get it like you used to.
Women don't. So I'm saying women will have sex if they want to, regardless of whether they're fat or skinny. But she definitely, if she's not attracted to him, she's not gonna have sex with him, especially in a marriage. It is what it is. I'm not arguing any of those points that you got. I'm saying you're saying no. What was the question I asked? The question I asked was, if a spouse gets fat, are you gonna have sex with that spouse? And you men said it's part of attraction. But you didn't say yes or no though, did you?
I guess it depends.
You
man to man,
couldn't
and
answer
also
our
depends on how
question.
much weight.
You couldn't answer our question, but you just remixed three other questions. What are we doing, America?
No, I don't understand what question you're talking about. What question are you talking about? That was the question. The question was, if you're fat,
King of
we have
Queens,
sex.
all them shows.
I said to you all, women, if women are not attracted to you, they're gonna have sex with them. It is what it is. That's how dead beds happen. What question was I supposed to answer?
That's
Zeus.
I just think you just went all over the place.
Y'all keep going all over the place. You keep saying, well, women will do that. No, women won't. How do you think dead beds happen? She don't have sex if she don't want to have sex, fat or skinny. If she's not attracted to him, she won't, unless he pays her. That's how women have sex with fat, rich men. That's
how marriage was created. Marriage is a business deal. It's not a sex contract, it's a business deal. A part of the business deal is the sex.
You tell me how many people believe that it's a business and they act accordingly.
They don't have to. Marriage is a business.
They don't have to. They don't have to believe it.
It's inherently a business.
Well, I mean, I get all that, but that still doesn't negate the fact
once
that
finances is tied to it, once any finances is tied to it, it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, it's a business.
I'm not arguing about that. I don't think of marriage as a business. Y'all think of marriage as a business.
It's not about thinking. Right. It's not about thinking. It inherently is.
We're not arguing that point. I'm just saying I don't think of it as.
If I open up an ice cream shop, this not a business. This is my passion. This is not a business. This is my passion. No, it's a business. I love this ice cream shop. I love this ice cream shop. It's not a business. It's my ice cream shop. I love it.
That's different scenario than
the bank gonna come take that bad boy. I don't make enough money. The bank gonna come take that bad boy right away from me.
And I'm saying most people don't. I'm saying most people don't think of marriage as a business. I'm just saying they don't. They just don't.
First you said it was you. Now you're saying most people. I'm done.
I'm saying most people don't.
I'm burning up.
You all think it is. I don't. Most people don't. There's people in the chat that don't. Ask them. Do you think marriage is a business?
Who said that in the chat?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Ask.
Exactly.
If you put it in it, if you post the question, pose the question.
Black America, how you doing, brother?
I don't think like y'all.
Hello.
Think.
How's everybody today?
How you doing?
What up, Black?
Oh, all right. So I've been listening, right? HQ. Unfortunately, it's a lot of things that, like these letters, they touch me in a certain way because I talk to these men, and what I don't think women understand or know if Jay has a best friend, right? Jay is going to tell his best friend that he's been in confidence with since between like the third and sixth grade. He's
Mhm.
going to tell his best friend this, right? Hey, my wife is cheating on me, and this, that, and the other.
Right.
Nobody other than that, he's going to take himself out. He's going to take himself out the world, right?
Right.
Nobody else is just now that that you ladies are hearing these things. These things happen all the time. It has a special place for me because I hear men say these things all the time. It's not once, it's not twice. The kid not mine. Bitch over here cheating. I'm gonna kill her. All of these things. This is a constant thing, and you guys are just now hearing about it. But men talk to in your lifetime as a man. My dad say if you got more than 4 or 5 friends, you did something wrong. You only gonna have a handful of friends as a man throughout your life. And that best friend is the one that's going to tell that story. You're going to tell that story to, and that best friend is going to say it's going to be okay.
Mm.
That's it, and it'll never go any further than that best friend, right? That's why they say you can't tell women your things because women are using against you. Your best friend will cut his own heart out before he betrays you,
Mm.
right?
What
With
are you addressing? What scenario are you addressing?
I was addressing like the story about the dude that was telling he called the friend he was having sex with the wife or his wife or
Oh,
whatever,
five
and
the
and you
5 year.
was
Okay, 5 years.
right, and then and you was trying to say, hey, get your stuff straight. It doesn't matter. As a man, you always lose in the scenario. I really want you to go to family court for one day and look at divorce proceedings. Just go down there, just one day. Take time out and go down there and don't just be a mouse, be a fly on the wall, and look and see what actually happens to men. And then the last thing I'll say is,
Right.
um, it doesn't matter. Men, this is why men always compare women to cars. You guys don't change to us. You guys can get 300 pounds, and you're going to still be that girl that's 16 running around the neighborhood in the biker shorts. We don't see you as getting old and fat and stuff like that. You, as long as you're our woman, we still see you as that girl who we fell in love. We do. Men go to the doctor and they'll tell their best friend, "Man, I didn't know my wife was 300 pounds. She 300 pounds now, bro."
Mm.
Because we don't. That's not what we look at you for. We look and we see that same face that we fell in. We see that same person that we fell in love with, whether it was 50 years ago or whether it was 2 years ago. That's what we see. We
So
don't. We don't see.
how do you address the issue of mismatched libido? Libidos are going to be mismatched. The sexual drives are going to be different. So do
Well,
we just
men are always going to be hornier. That's men are, and women just need to accept the fact that if you can't satisfy your man, that's what other women are for. That's why it's more women than it is men. It's
why do
going to
you
be
say that?
it's
Why do you say
it's
that?
some hoes
I
out
don't
here,
believe it. So I don't wait a
huh?
minute. Why do you say that? You say that's what other women are for. How is it that how is it that how so you shouldn't expect a marriage to last if that's your thought process is on marriage.
That,
Why would
that
you
that's
allow
not true,
marriage?
HQ. That's not true. HQ, you're getting married for security. You're getting married for a house. You're getting married so when you're old, you don't have to eat cat food. I'm getting married for when those last 2 years or that year and a half of my life that I'm going through and my body is shutting down, you're taking care of me. That's exactly that's exactly what just happened to you.
What?
HQ, you, HQ, you don't have to work anymore.
What?
You don't have to work anymore. Your social security from your husband with his job on that he retired from should take care of all of your monthly bills. Now they probably don't because you are
No,
an
you gotta be
extravagant
you gotta
person.
be a certain age. You gotta be a certain age. I was too young.
You still have, because it is a death benefit, you still have his social security. I
Yeah.
told you you're leaving money on the table. You have a money. My mom makes more than the average American from my dad's retirement and death benefit, and he died at 60 61, and she's been getting it ever since.
Yeah, but he didn't
So
die at 60. He died at 50. So no.
but it was 60. It doesn't matter. You have to look at the retirement age. If you have a spouse that passed,
Right.
it's just like
I gotta be a
years
certain
ago.
age. I gotta be a certain
No,
age. I'm not that age.
no. Listen, when my wife's sister died, when her sister died, we took her kids in, and I raised those kids. Those kids also got a check from their past mother or deceased mother. It's the same principle.
Mhm.
That's just what it is. But it's not, every woman is not a loose or a hoe, but there are some loose women or hoes that, hey, when the man can't get none from his wife, he needs to go see her home. I mean that's all I can say.
No, wait a minute. You answer this question. The question that I asked was, are you still obligated to have sex with your wife or husband if they get fat? That's the question.
I would probably say yes.
Okay.
I would probably say yes, like it's because it comes in the gumbo. It's part of the package.
So what if you stop being attracted to it?
Well, I mean that sounds like a personal problem. You can't.
That's why
You
that's
it,
why
you
all them
it,
ladies be saying the guys can't get it up no more.
right. That sounds like a personal problem. That sounds like a personal
Like
problem.
can't even get it up no more. Yeah.
This is the whole thing about it. Everybody likes to talk about Sierra and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
They have just now hit their 10-year married mark.
Yeah.
So we got a pool going right now. If it's going to be over 3 years or under 5 years, how long their marriage is going to last.
They rocking.
They are rocking, but this is what's going to happen. Russell Wilson is about to retire. She's at that 10-year mark. They got 3 or 4 kids. He's only useful to her now as somebody she can get money from. He's no longer useful to her.
Steph Curry's wife.
He got plenty of money. What do you mean?
No, he has plenty of money. She doesn't have anything. He bought her entire catalog from the record company for her. She don't have shit. He has something. Now
So
think about it. Now,
Why
because now she can have everything that he has without any responsibility towards him.
All right.
You no longer, when these women leave these men and they're out here and the men are looking like, boo hoo, my wife left me. And now they start to run. They think they're running up the bag. It's all of these firefighters, and you need to ask some women that have left their men.
That's if she leaves. Not every woman.
Most of them.
If
Most of them. It's not an if. It's when. It's not an if. It is a when.
You saying rich women leave?
No, it's not. Any woman that feels like she has the opportunity to do better on the outside, they'll start cutting off the coochie. They'll start not cooking. They'll start doing all of these things that'll say, hey, well, I'm going to push him out. I'll push him into somebody else's arm. And when they do that, and then they'll say, oh, well, now I'm mad that you cheated. Well, what do you expect the guys going to do? Not going to stay around here and not get no buzz.
Black
What up?
America.
Man, y'all make it sound like women don't never stay around and stay married, and
Hold
yet
on, we're
we
not
have all
saying that.
these
We're not
long
saying
marriages.
that. Don't twist that. Don't twist that. Hold on.
I'm not.
I
We're
don't
not.
know what
I'm not saying
I don't
never.
know what y'all
I'm not
saying.
saying never. It's a
Black
small
America.
percentage, though. Yes, sir.
Can you pause for 1 second? Because you brought up a good point. Excuse me. So the second story we listened to, that was what happened. The wife was doing it with the best friend. Well, what best friend's husband? What she was doing, she was creating arguments. She was creating little tasks for him that created tension so she could go play with the other dude. That's what I was trying to point out. Black America just pointed that out. Go ahead, Black America. My apologies.
Y'all make it sound like a woman is never satisfied, a man, and y'all make it sound like a man is never satisfied. So nobody's ever satisfied.
No,
What
it's
what are you
easy to
what are you
please a
talking
man.
about?
Y'all make it
Hey,
sound
this
like a man is never satisfied
you
sexually,
you
and a
you you
woman
you,
is never satisfied
No,
being
it's
you
in a
know
easy to
what
please
women
a
say?
man. So
HQ.
easy.
You know what women say? Women say he got comfortable. This man got comfortable with me. He didn't. He stopped doing it. He got comfortable.
relationship.
When we get comfortable, that means we're satisfied. We want this shit to stay just like it is. I don't.
Just
I
like it
don't
is.
want no
So
extras.
simple.
We want it real simple. I want to come home. I want to take my boots off by the front door. I want this shit to stay just like this. Real fucking simple. It's you guys that want more. I want to hear I love yous,
Wrong with
and there's no flowers, and there's stuff. You guys get unhappy and you leave. It's
There's
nothing wrong with it.
nothing wrong with wanting more.
Hey,
Y'all want
Black.
women to be sad. Y'all want
You now you're just saying you
Lord have
just
mercy.
said you just said
right.
there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Yes, there is. You have to be content. If you can't be content, you will never be satisfied.
And then
You'll
I'm gonna
never be
ask you the
satiated.
same question I asked the other day. When do people stop dreaming? When do you stop dreaming about something better, something new? The
When you
whole
grow
point
up.
is to be all of those things that you need to be in a marriage. Nobody
When
said
you get grown, when you
maybe
get
That should be
grown, you leave
established
all
though.
that shit
That should
behind.
be established.
maybe the
Should be.
person is not the
Not
person
always
that
is.
wants to be married. Maybe that person is not doing what they need to do to be in a marriage. Maybe people just don't grow apart. I don't have any idea. I'm saying it's not a standard that a woman is finna leave. Y'all make it seem as though she's automatically gonna leave, regardless. There's plenty of people who stay married. There's plenty of people who leave. That's all I'm saying. You
Can I
have
make an
both.
analogy real quick?
Go ahead.
HQ. You know, like when you got a man, right? He carries a wallet around. That man will keep that wallet until that wallet is holding on by threads.
Mhm.
Threads forever. Babe, you get a new wallet. No, what I need a new wallet for? Keep that wallet. Women with a purse. Oh, I got that purse, but I need this purse to match this. I got to get a new different purse. I got to get a purse that goes with this. Ooh, I need that. Babe, you gonna give me a purse for the anniversary? Or you gonna give me a purse for my birthday? You know, I wanted that LV purse, it's not that much, or that Coach purse is not that much. Hey, babe, you want a new wallet? Your other wallet looking kind of dingy. No, I don't want another wallet. Hey, babe, you need a new belt? No, I got my belt. I got my work belt, and I got my belt for when I wear slacks.
Mm.
That's it.
Mm.
That's the mentality of men and women. I know that's not perfect across the board, but that's just the simple way to break it down. That's the mentality of men. That's when women laugh. This is what a man needs to be happy. You got a bed in a room, a TV,
But I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying you don't get. I'm saying you don't
or a
get
mattress, I
points
should
for
say, not
being-
even nothing else.
You don't get paid. You don't get points for staying in an unhappy marriage. And you
I'm not
don't
talking about unhappy. I'm just talking. We're not talking about unhappy. We're not
No.
talking about unhappy. We're just talking about
Why do you remix
we
everything,
good.
HQ?
We consistent. We don't need much.
Wait a minute. It's implied that you stay regardless. And that means you're implying that you stay regardless of whether you're unhappy or not. You
It's
stay.
not about
So that's what I'm
Black.
saying.
You gonna have a happiness conversation all over again?
When you all say we stay regardless, you're implying that you stay regardless of whether you're happy or you're not. That's all I'm saying. If that's not the case,
you know what will make most men happy? You know what will make most men happy? If a man wanted to be happy,
Mhm.
he would have more than one and not have to have responsibility for him.
That's an option. That's
I
an
know,
option.
but if he wanted to be happy, so it's not about the happiness for a man. We tend to want to have a variety or have different options.
So y'all mad
but
at
I
women?
don't want the responsibility of them. I'll take care, like Black said, I'll take care of this one. The other ones is for that. But that now I'm happy.
So women don't. So y'all know that. You
But
know
I'm
that.
saying
But
that
once again,
HQ
so
is
it
not
sounds
about
like a you
happiness
problem.
for a man.
I'm just saying.
It's not
Yeah,
about
it sounds
happiness.
like a you problem. It don't have nothing to do with us, HQ. It's a
And
you
that's what
problem.
I'm saying. That's why women leave, because it's a you problem.
You just
But they're not gonna be
told
happy for
me that
some.
all women ain't leaving though. That's what you
All
just said.
women are
All
not
women ain't
leaving.
leaving.
All women aren't
No,
leaving.
all is not leaving.
And
Yeah,
all are
not
But
not
a
all,
lot
staying.
but we
are.
said
A
All are not
lot
most.
are.
staying either.
A
But
lot
all are not
are.
staying. Okay.
What is the numbers? Like 70%?
70 to 80%. They initiate divorces.
That's crazy, HQ.
What do
You
mean
telling
that's
me
crazy?
you telling me 70 to 80% of women have valid excuses to break their marriage.
I'm not saying valid. I'm saying that they're their reasons. I have no idea what's going on in those marriages.
And a lot
You
of
know,
it has to
but
do
I
with
do
them being
know. I
happy.
do
When I
know
hear
women
women
don't
talk
walk
on these
away.
podcasts,
I do know women don't just walk away just for no reason.
I hear them. I hear them talk about it on these women's podcasts. I don't just
Yes,
listen
they
to
have
male
reasons
spaces.
why they leave. Women don't
No, it'd
just
be
up and
bull
walk out the
crap.
door.
It'd be
Hey,
bull crap, man.
HQ.
He didn't make me
This is
laugh no
this is
more.
this is the whole
Y'all
thing about it.
wild.
What?
This
If
is the
y'all
whole
think
thing
the
about
woman don't leave, or the woman leaves for no reason, I just feel
They
unhappy.
do. A
No,
lot
HQ.
more shot.
This is the whole
I have
thing
heard.
about it.
I'm gonna find some. I'm gonna find some clips.
They wait until they're not walking away empty-handed.
That's
The smart women are waiting until they're not walking away empty-handed. You had a woman who married Dennis Rodman or something like that. And they was married for a week. And she tried to get like money and houses and stuff like that. They was like, no, baby, it don't work like that. And once she did that, all these other women, Dr. Dre's wife. Oh, I'm staying around for the whole 20 years, baby. So I get it all. It's different levels of how long you've been married, of what you can get and what you can receive from your uh from your marriage as a woman. Houses come at a certain year, retirement come at a certain year, the money, the 401k, the pensions. If Jay got divorced, he then has to split his retirement with his ex-wife on top of giving her money.
Y'all want me to justify when and how a woman live. I'm not saying a woman. I'm saying
I didn't say justify it. That's his money.
I'm saying a human being is going to leave for their reasons. They don't just walk out the door one day for no reason. There's reasons why they leave, regardless of whether you like them or you think they're valid. They leave for a reason. Sure enough, 70 or 80% of those divorces are initiated by women. They're initiated by women. That don't mean the man didn't do nothing. We keep saying, "Oh, she initiated
That's
it,
not what we
so she
said.
might."
Why are you doing that? That's not what we said.
Hold on. I said 70 or 80% are initiated by women. That doesn't mean the man didn't do anything. That doesn't mean that she didn't do anything. I'm saying most people leave because of a reason, regardless of whether that's money. She got your money, now it's time to go. Whether you put your hands on her, whether it's time to go. Whether you cheated on her, whether it's time to go. People leave for certain reasons. I don't have no idea why or how. They just don't up and leave out the door just for willy-nilly. There's a reason why they leave. So I'm saying, I'm not saying
that
it's
should be
right or
closer to
wrong.
around 50% if men thought the same way that women did? Don't you think that number should be a little bit closer to 50 then if men was leaving as well?
I didn't say men didn't.
Because if women is doing stuff too, and men and women is doing stuff in order for the other person to want to get out of it.
Because y'all say y'all don't leave because y'all don't.
Shouldn't that exactly? Shouldn't if it was men leaving as well? Shouldn't it be closer to 50% around that?
They don't want.
But so you telling me all the women is just doing all right, and only 30 to 20%.
I just explained that that's not the case. I just explained.
Yeah. So why are the women leaving? It can't only be because guys is messing up.
She leaves. She has her own reason. One reason why I would, if you don't cheat on me and you don't put your hands on me, if you don't pay attention to me, you don't come look care for me, you don't help me, you don't have any kind of compassion for me, I'm leaving. Regardless of whether you cheated or whether you didn't cheat. There's reasons for women to leave. Regardless of whether he cheats, he may not have done nothing. That's the problem. He didn't do anything.
It's always going to be a way for them to say something that's just the reason they leave.
Can I say something right quick? HQ, you just went through a gambit and a myriad of things of reasons why you would leave, right?
No, I said one reason why I would leave.
No, that's not one reason. You said if he doesn't help me, if he help you with what? You got a job in this relationship and marriage, and I got a job. I don't need to help you do what the fuck you need to do. I'm sorry. I am totally against men waking up to help with the kids at night. I am totally against men. I am totally against men brushing the hair if it's a woman available. If your woman is not available to do the hair, you need to go find another bitch because somebody needs to do that. It's certain things because I don't expect you to get out there and change tires, pick up dog shit, make sure the cars have gas, make sure the oils are changed or anything like that. But I'm not leaving my woman for any of those things. Only thing would be infidelity or not giving me no bugs. If she was giving the
reasons, I get that y'all have limited reasons why y'all would leave. Women,
and so that's why I'm saying all of these things.
Like we supposed to have the same reasons y'all have. Women.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But all of those things are I'm unhappy things. Any of those things aren't fucking valid. Those are I'm not happy.
That doesn't encompass all that a woman would leave for. I'm just giving you some scenarios that maybe women would leave for. I'm just saying those are things that would lead me along the way to say, oh shoot, you definitely ain't trying to help. You definitely ain't trying to be involved in this relationship. You definitely ain't trying to talk to me or whatever I'm saying. It doesn't have to be cheating. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be any of those things. I'm saying most people who decided they want to have a divorce, there's a reason why they decided they want to have a divorce. It's not a matter of just walking out the door. I'm not walking out the door because you didn't change your socks. Of course not. There's a jumble of reasons why a person would walk out the door. I'm saying don't dispel reasons because you think that they're not valid. They may not be valid to you, but they're valid to that person. So that person decides they want to get a divorce. There's plenty of reasons why. Infidelity, cheating, whatever. I'm just saying don't dismiss a woman because she's the first person to pull the trigger. You all say y'all very rarely pull the trigger. So if you're very rarely pull the trigger, you don't get ice cream to be stoic. You don't get ice cream for being stoic in a marriage. You don't get the magic tricks or the jacks because I stayed even after she did what she did. I stayed even after she didn't give me no sex. I stayed because of block. You don't nobody get no freaking.
What's the point of like William Graves says in the chat? What's the point of taking an oath or saying vows? I'm just asking. I know divorce is a whatever, but what's the point of standing up there and saying all that stuff? It don't mean nothing.
I don't know what it means to anybody else.
If the person's not putting their hands on you, right? Or it's no one of those far outlining things. If it's just something like, oh, I'm not happy no more. They don't make me feel good anymore. Or I don't feel like, or and I've heard this, he's at a job and he's not trying to advance at his job. He's just fine earning 60K or whatever like that. I've heard this stuff on these women's things. What's the point of saying why do we even say vows for marriage then?
I don't know. What's the point? I don't have any reason. I don't have any reason why somebody would take. I don't take vows less seriously. I take vows very seriously. I'm saying, I'm sure some people take vows, and there's different scenarios. There's different forms of abuse. There's different forms of everything. I cannot explain.
A lot of women say they've been abused, and he emotionally abused me. No, he was just telling you stuff you didn't want to hear. He just told you what you didn't want to hear.
I mean,
no, you can't go. No, we're not going on a vacation next year because we can't afford it.
So what if he talks to her all the time in a negative manner? But he
like
don't
what,
do no
like
abuse.
What negative?
He don't do no
like
abuse.
what?
He don't do any of that. So
what's negative? Telling her what she don't want to hear?
I don't know the scenario.
Babe, you eating that again?
Yeah.
That's negative.
You telling me I can't spend?
Then when you get the 350 and I don't want to sleep with you no more, you tell me I got ED because it don't get up. Now you mad. So you mad when I'm trying to stop you from getting that? You mad when?
I'm just saying, people have a different whole slew of reasons why they.
You just spent $600 on the bundle and $1,000 to get your hair done.
So
to get it installed, an installation. That's $1,600 for hair and an installation. And then you calling me broke. You just throwing money in the toilet, man.
I'm just saying, there's reasons why people get divorced. There's reasons why people leave. They just don't walk out. I'm just saying.
I think we interrupted Black America when he was going. But let me jump in and say something. Men speak a different language in their wants than women. Women want to be happy. They want to be married and they want to be happy. They've been groomed to get married and to be the princess. Men want companionship. That's what we're looking for. And companionship does not always align with happiness. Going fishing, we hanging out, we not talking. That's good for men. That's not good for women because they want to talk. They want to create these dramas and these scenarios. That's not what men want. With that said, I'm in.
Oh, okay. You all, please hit the like button coming in the door. Shut up, Black America. Shut up.
Talk while you fishing, man. You're going to scare the fish away.
Y'all shut up. Y'all ganging up on me. I need Flora. Flora! Flora!
Ooh, don't invoke that. Don't invoke that.
Tierney, come here.
Yeah.
They beat me up. They beat me up, y'all. Come and help me. Come and help.
Drop that link again, y'all.
No, I don't know whether I want to fight like that today. That's wild. But anyway, we came up with so everybody agrees. Even if you're married, you should continue to have sex with even if there's some kind of out of medical reason, you should be up there having sex with your spouse. You believe that? Yeah. Everybody agrees.
That's why I married you, so I could clap cheeks regularly.
I came to disagree with my boy, Black American.
You don't need to pump his head up no more. He
said he came to disagree with him.
Oh, you came to disagree with him?
Yeah, you see, you can even hear straight.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Somebody knocked it loose last night. Go ahead.
I was gonna wife you, but I guess I'm out the way. I guess till you heal. So, Black America is still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
I want to get it correct. He say a man shouldn't help when the baby is little, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You say that?
He said he shouldn't help when the baby is little. He should go get another woman for that. Or
no. Let me explain because you guys are fucking this up bad. You had that baby. How are the bills gonna get paid if we both off of work? You had that baby. Listen,
I agree.
You shit that baby out your ass, and we got 10 people out the front door. Who's going to protect that fucking baby? Am I expecting you to get up and protect this fucking baby too? Our jobs.
Wait a minute.
No. Our jobs are different.
Black America, damn it,
Our jobs are different.
Black America, you starting to talk. You starting to talk like Philo. You starting to talk like. You started to talk like my husband. Stop talking crazy.
That's why I said your husband was a saint. I'm a fucking saint. I know I'm a saint. Your husband was a saint to put up with your ridiculous shit. He was. You look back at all of the shit you did, you be like, you know what? I was kind of fucked up right there. Your husband put up with some ridiculous shit, and I already know. I'm trying to tell you, our jobs are just different.
Right.
They are. Don't infringe on my job, and I don't even want to fucking do your job. Let's
So
leave
what?
our jobs
Yeah.
separate.
So what was you saying? What were you coming
So,
up there to
hold on.
disagree with?
Hold on, because about the kid, right? Because the part that I disagree with him is because I believe that's an important time for a father and his daughter or son to kind of bond with that kid. Me personally, I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Usually that was like a nighttime. Usually that like I used to kind of like because you know when babies are newborns, they only sleep what maybe 4 hours max, maybe if you're lucky, especially in the first 9 months. So usually in the middle of the night, that was me and baby boy, me and baby girl time. I believe for us men, since you gotta understand, like that baby been bonded with their mama for 10 months. They've been inside, the baby been inside of her for 10 months. So at the time they come out, that's when father and this when the father and the son or daughter is supposed to be born. That would be me. I enjoy that time. So,
I
but
did
yeah,
the same thing,
You
bro.
you
That's
you
that skin to skin, man. At night, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
they
That
used
shit
to
sound
they
that shit sounds so brew cup. Let me ask both of you guys
What?
because we all got no because we all got kids, right? We
I
all
can't
got
buy.
kids.
I can't get love. HQ. I can't bond with my kids.
We
Yo,
we we
yo.
we, we
If
all
Black
got
was my
kids.
pops, man, I'd be a stone cold killer out here, bro.
No,
My God.
no. This is the problem, Jay. I am your pops. Your pops
hmm
was a man just like me. And where you at right now? You on fucking top. Dude, one of my kids got out the military a couple of months ago, and that motherfucker went right to the FAA with a job making $122,000 a year at 31 years old. Bro, it is a complete difference. We're not doing all of these things. Men, for the beginning of time, we went out and hunted, we went out and fished, we went and migrated and moved where the jobs were and sent the money back home to the women so they could take care of the kids. We weren't doing these things with these fucking kids.
Man,
You
even a
guys are so
warrior wants
worried
to hold
about
bro,
his
these
baby, bro.
motherfuckers. It's
you are
never,
talking.
it's never been like that. It has
You talk
never
back in the
in the
I'm not saying the
history.
1200s,
bulk of the
bro.
responsibility, but I'm
That's
saying
a man
I want to
conversation right there. I'm out of that. That's a man
hold
Bro,
my
conversation.
kids sometime, man.
listen, I
I'm
don't
out of that.
understand why Black American is talking like that, man. What's wrong with you, man? Yo, that's you and your kid time. Like,
It,
yo, if a guy, if
is it the truth or not? Is it the
hold on.
truth or not?
Not for
Most people will
me.
think, come on, Black American, let's be honest. Most Negroes was in hunting and chasing deers to eat, bro. Like, we gotta stop that, bro. Like, come on now.
You you
If they
you
got
you you never hold on. I don't know what your dad did for a living, right? But my dad, when he came home from Vietnam, he worked for the railroad, right? He worked for the UP.
father is a military man.
Anybody, huh?
He
My
said his
father
pops
was
was
You
a
a
said
military
military
man.
man.
okay, so good,
It
and
was
that's a perfect
military.
example.
Okay.
So your dad would go on TDY. He'd go on leave for 6 months or something to the Philippines. He wasn't there holding your hand and kissing your boo boos, but he was making sure that you had a place to stay and a roof over your head. It's the jobs are just different. I'm not saying you can't. I've taught my sons how to hunt, fish, skin a deer, trap a rabbit. Yeah, I taught them how to do shit like that. But I'm not every time they fall down, I'm not there to fucking help them. Nigga, it's your problem now. I gave you all of the tools to live. Now be fruitful and multiply. Go
I
out there
told
and
you I
do your
want it
thing.
all, Black. I want it all.
Yeah,
I
I
want it
know.
all.
It's fruit cup. Wait till they get 13, 14 years old and they don't
I
and
want
they
it all.
and they be like, man, I don't want to hang out with you.
Okay, then that's it. I'm
That's
gonna
not
See,
get it
true
till
at
I can't get
all.
it no more. My little dude's he's 7 now, man. Got a little broken arm. I'm gonna hold him. He telling me right now, get off me. I'm like, no, man, you give me the man. You better come here, boy.
give it another. I'm telling you. Jay, I got 16 of them, bro. I done raised 16 of them.
Cause you what's it called? Diminishing returns. You reached the point. You used it all up, man. They ain't got no more.
No, it don't have nothing to do with that. It don't. No, shit. That's when it was fun. When they was all small.
You give them some fruit snacks and they'll be like, all right, man, go.
You make it sound like you never gave any of the affection or any of the care or concern for the
I do, but it's not like that. It's okay, so it's like the pool, right? They was all over here the other day. I didn't even know it was a holiday, right? So I'm throwing kids in the pool. That is affection. That is my affection. My affection. Exactly. That's exactly. I be body slamming my 7-year-old. She'd be like, "Daddy, do it again." That is my affection.
I want my snuggles too, man.
But you know she's gonna do that. They act. This couch is all kind of big, and she want to come sit right by me. Why don't you put your punk ass down on the other side of the couch?
I want you right next to me, man. I'm gonna pick you up and hold you like a baby and tell you stories about when you was this big. I
understand, Jay. I show her baby pictures all the time of herself. But the whole thing about it is, so we get those points, but our points are not just to be doing those things, bro. I'm not waking up feeding. No, you know what?
You ain't
when
feeding no baby. You ain't
listen. Listen. When this last one was born, when this last one was born, I didn't even go to work for the first year, right? Mm-hmm. You get out, y'all go to work. You know, it's 3 of y'all. Well, you're not gonna do for what? Mm-hmm. You guys complained once. I don't want to hear any complaining. Mm-hmm. Y'all get this motherfucker back when it's walking and halfway being the potty train. And so it's great, and know the ABCs. So it's great, but other than that, you're not doing anything. I'm so tired. My ankles, I got immune dehydrosis and all of these other things. Bitch, I don't want to hear anything because Jay, we don't get to have those complaints. If we don't get to have those complaints, we just do it, take care of it. It's all about the solutions. All right, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good one.
Thank you, Black America. Thank you.
Go hug your kids, man.
You all hit the like button coming in, please, for the conversation, please. The like button is the greeting.
Especially that little one.
If you come in, please greet the host. That means hit the like button, please, and thank you. The super chats and the cash apps are open. I haven't seen anybody hit the cash app at all. What's going on? We are here to do service and we're here to give content. We don't like to work for free. Why do everybody want me to work for free? I would love to super chat $2, $5, $10, whatever you can decide to give. That'd be amazing. Please and thank you. It's 36 people in here. Someone can possibly give chats, super chats, cash apps, beautiful thing. We don't want to work for free. Please hit the like button. That's the greeting that you come in the door for. Please and thank you. Let's do our third scenario. Okay. Gaslighting and prodding. Whoa. My wife never picks up after herself, which forces me to clean up after her and take time to pick up random shit off the floor because she just leaves things everywhere. Any attempt I ask her to actually do, she doesn't want to share to help me do anything. She doesn't want to pick up anything. She thinks I'm being mean and out of pocket when I ask her to help me. Lately, if I don't do everything, nothing gets done because she'll just leave it knowing I'll give it up and do it. This is on top of me working a full-time job and cooking dinner. Whoa.
Hey, that's his fault. This is his fault. Put your foot down, fam.
This is wild. This is on top of me working full-time and cooking dinner 5 days a week. Boy, tonight she was trying to find her new makeup remover that she reckons she bought about a week ago and left on the living room table. I don't remember seeing it, and even if I did move it, I would have put it somewhere that makes sense. She seems to be adamant that it is my fault that she lost it, and she tried to make me apologize and was getting frustrated, telling me I must have put it somewhere. I refused to apologize because I don't remember seeing it at all. I did help her look for it, but it was nowhere to be found. She kept prodding and prodding and prodding and huffing and puffing and blaming me and telling me that I'd be really angry if it was the other way around. But this wouldn't happen because I put my stuff away. She kept prodding and prodding, and it was obviously me that she was pissed off about. She kept pushing until I started to lose my temper, and then immediately started saying, I'm acting like I'm going to do domestic violence. She thought I was going to hit her. This isn't the first time she tried to push me to the line like this, and I'm rapidly reaching my limit to
not the dirty Cuda.
How much more I can take. It isn't the first time she's dropped the domestic violence line on me either. It feels like I'm being gaslit, pushed into something so she doesn't have to be wrong or excuse her terrible behavior. It's like she wants me to flip out and do something crazy so that she can have everyone take her side. Yeah. She's recently been trying to isolate me from my friends too, which is getting worse over time because they started asking too many questions and noticing things are not the way they should be. What should I do? Ouch.
Hey, you know what he should do? He should start up a YouTube page, channel, and he should just record it every day how nasty she is.
Wow.
And then people gonna follow it, and then he can make money, and then you hire a maid.
That's wild. I'd use her bank account to hire a maid too. I'd use her bank account to hire a maid.
Just make them shorts about how nasty his wife is.
How do you live in a household and allow it to go? Wait a minute. First off, she's his wife, which tells me
he had to know she was nasty. Yeah,
you knew.
Come on now. She just didn't all of a sudden get nasty.
So what do you do? Now it's
that's his fault.
I mean,
let me jump in if I can, please.
Go ahead.
Double Dutch.
When the guy said that his wife, they've been married 10 years and his wife was having an affair for 5 years.
Right.
This is the behavior I was talking about, where the guy just wants to sit down, read a book.
Oh, okay. So what I would do, I'd first acknowledge that part of this is my problem. Part of this is something that I did because I married her. She was my wife, which told me if she had nasty, stinky drawers then, she got nasty, stinky drawers now. It's my fault. My fault because I married her. I knew what I was getting into. There ain't no way you didn't know, my brother. Ain't no way you didn't know. So
just make a channel called Messy. Just put spouse. Don't put wife, put spouse. Because the other women's going to see and their husband's going to be dirty and they're going to relate to it and they're going to watch your stuff. And then you just get monetized for your spouse being nasty.
Yeah, embarrass her. Put it on the internet. Hey, I made a channel and I'm making money. What? You what? Yeah, your stanky draw. I'd be laying everything out. I'd be laying everything out.
I wouldn't tell her.
No, she just be
like, why you always? I'll be filming high definition 4K.
This dude is cooking, cleaning, and he cooking and cleaning and working.
That's not how it started. See, I think when they were not together, she showed her I call it the representative side.
Ooh, what's it called? Your ambassador? What is it?
The ambassador.
Your
representative. Yeah.
Yeah, but
when they started, hold on a second. And then she would do little things like, see, this is what I did. What I'm also hearing from the pattern, she doesn't have a father figure in the background. She never had anybody hold her accountable. So every time somebody says, hey, I need you to do this, it became an attack.
Or she was a princess, Zeus.
Yeah, princess. I've been in that situation before. And once that dissolved, the next relationship, when I saw shortcomings in what's called life skills, because a lot of women argue on life skills. And if you don't have life skills, I grew up around 7 Black women. So if I meet women who don't have life skills, I say, hey, let's do this together. If she's not in great shape and I can get her in better shape, I say, hey, I need to work on myself. Will you come with me? I never make it about them. I make it about us.
I know that's right.
I have cooked for many women.
Yeah.
So I got stories, but I've also shown women like, no, you're going to come over here with me and you're going to be my assistant.
So we have to agree. So we are agreeing that when you put all of that on one, and you put all that on one side, the cooking, the cleaning, the picking up, the going on the job, that's very much out of balance.
I want to know what she does.
It doesn't say. He doesn't.
You know what I mean? What's the other side? What does she do? Does she work at all? Does she do and take care of any responsibilities in the house? I want to know what she does, because like if she don't do nothing, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, these are the questions that some women ask. If I'm doing the cooking and the cleaning and I'm working too, don't you think that's unequal on both sides?
But that's missing the point. That's missing the point when you think like that.
What point? What do you mean?
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I'll jump in after you. Go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
I'm saying this is a scenario in which the man is doing the cooking, cleaning, and working. Not most times it's the woman doing the cooking, cleaning, and working. I'm saying on both sides, this is uneven. On both sides, this is unfair. Right or wrong?
Right, you were tuning that to turn it on to give women all the power. But I get where you're going. I see you. Right,
she like doing that. She like doing
I saw
that.
you in the gaslighting.
She don't like to keep it right where she don't like keeping it right where it is. She like to turn it and flip it and push it back on.
How many times have y'all heard that the man does the cooking, cleaning, and everything else, and he works?
You know what? You know what's funny, HQ? You say that these days, more so than any other time in history, men are more domesticated, doing more in-house responsibilities.
Because they're not like goddamn Black America.
No, but listen, but check this out. And women are still more unhappy in the relationship. So what's gonna make you got water, you're not outside scrubbing on a thing, you're not hanging clothes up outside, you got washers, dryers, you got DoorDash, you got all these other things to make our lives so much more easy. Plus, these days, men are doing more domestic work. I clean. My mama taught me how to clean. I clean baseboards, all that stuff, move furniture, high to low. Right. Men are cleaning doing more domestic jobs, taking care of kids in more domestic roles now than any other time in history, and working. So what's the problem now? Why are women so unhappy?
I don't know.
I know why. What I had to learn is one person doesn't have to handle everything. So I would have like, hey, what do you not like doing? Okay, I'll take that on. Okay.
Yes. That's exactly how I would do it. I'm sorry.
I don't like doing this. Are you cool with that? And if they were you know what? Let's hire somebody. And I would find a person to do it for $10. They would be crappy. I'd find a person to do it for $25. But what go ahead.
I'm saying it makes sense. Keep going.
And I had to learn as we made more money, managing the house took other people. But the problem we ran into is that person wanted more control, but they didn't want to do the task. AKA, they didn't grow up with a dad who drew that boundary. When you hear the guy saying, I'm doing the cooking, the cleaning, I'm going behind her, she's arguing with me, I'm the bad guy, that's her not having a father saying, you're going to go to your room, you're not going to slam the door, you're going to do your homework.
See, I'm more of a prep person. I'm more of a person that preps. I write lists every day, every night before I go to bed. I'm just that type person. Write the list. I got to call the doctor. I got to make sure that the laundry is washed. I got to make sure the dishes are clean. I got to make sure I scrub the floor. I got to make sure I pay the bill. I got to make sure I got to go here. I'm that type person. I make a list of what I have to do during the day and sometimes before I go to bed. That way I make sure I check all of these things off. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to go this. A lot of people don't, they just fly by the night and they fly by the seat of their pants. And we only have limited time in the day to get these things done. So if you are making priorities of another person and you have to cook, clean, do all of these things, You should have that stuff lined up and prioritized as to how to do these things. You should have that stuff lined up. We cook dinner here this time. We make sure the house is clean at this time. The bathroom is clean 2 times a week, Thursdays and Saturday. Blah blah blah. I'm just one of those people that everything you have a time frame to do everything. And if you know how, and if you have a time frame to do everything, this shouldn't be tasks. These shouldn't be tasks that overwhelm you. For me, they shouldn't overwhelm you because you should know when to do it. My parents taught me to clean the bathroom Wednesday and Saturdays. Clean bathrooms Wednesdays, Saturdays. Make sure the laundry is done twice a week. Make sure the kitchen floor is mopped every night before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, after kids get off the floor. Make sure we eat dinner at the same time at the table, blah, blah, blah. These are things that I did, and I took them on into my relationship, into my marriage. So I'm saying, if you're organized, this shouldn't be chores to you. This should be this stuff should be second nature to people. Washing dishes, mopping the floor. Mopping the floor only take 5 damn minutes. Run some hot water, put some bleach on the soap, scrub the floor, make sure it's clean. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody off the floor is done. Yeah. I don't understand.
What did you just describe, HQ?
Adulthood.
You described structure.
Right.
And your parents, meaning you had male and female energy. Now, I don't want to get into personal how good they were or whatever, but they gave you a blueprint.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you agreed with it or not. Right. What I find, most females do not have the blueprint or the know. They want to do it all themselves, which I agree. You don't have to do it all yourself. Hey, let's break it down. I'm gonna take care of the oil changes. I'm gonna change the tires. I'm gonna take care of the car having gas in it. I'm gonna do the wiper blades, and I'm gonna grill. I got all that. Okay, now what parts do you want to take over? And then the stuff that's left over, we'll just figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the way I would want it to be. You cook, you clean. I don't know how to barbecue. You know how to barbecue? Okay, boom. You're the barbecue person. You know how to cook? Okay, boom. Then I'll cook most of the time, but I would like to have some help at some other time. Do you clean out the refrigerator? People don't clean out the refrigerator. I clean out the refrigerator once a week. These things have to be done. My parents taught me how to do these things. They trained me. You train children. You train people to be adults. You train them to do these things. So that's how I led my household. My philo would get in there Saturday morning. All the kids would stand there. He'd be like, okay, you got the bathroom, go in there and help your mother clean the bathroom. You got the refrigerator, take everything out of the refrigerator, scrub it down with bleaching water, then put everything back in the refrigerator. My philo, he would just had the kids marching, and he would train them like that. I would train them like that.
What is that called? What is that called when you show your kids? What is that called?
Structure.
That's leadership.
Leadership, yes.
He could have left you to do that, but he gave leadership, and that's another thing that's missing in our community.
Right.
Is that, and don't get me wrong, there's extreme forms of it, but it's also like, hey, this is what we need to do. We can do it for 6 hours, or we can do it for 2 hours.
Right.
6 hours is us complaining and not taking on the task. 2 hours is us attacking it.
Right.
Being a team.
You know what Fee did? He also got the tire flat on the side of a road and made our daughters go out there and change the tire.
Good, yeah.
He said he pretended like his hand was hurt, and he made them change the tire. They had to figure out. He told them how to do it, and they changed the tire. And once they got done, he was like, well, I got to tighten the lug nuts, but this is how you change a tire. So he made them all do that. He put them all in the car, made them learn how to drive. He did all of that, training kids and training a family. You just can't let kids grow up and do any old thing. Learn how to clean the bathroom. Learn how to do this, that, and the third. So I believe in structure for real. So when people say, "Oh, the women leave and they do that," there's valid reasons why I'm gonna stay. They don't change. For me, they don't change. It's all about structure. It's all about safety. It's all about this for me.
Well, I believe that for you, and I appreciate you sharing your story and always trying to be transparent with us. When I hear that story, I hear that girl or that lady who had that issue
wasn't surrounding herself with other women who said, oh, he wants you to clean, girl. Let me show you a couple of things I do. Let me show you how to organize. Hey, I got a label maker. Do you have one? Well, let's do the labels in your pantry. Right. And it's real easy. I'll show you how to do it. It'll be fun. Right. She needs friends like that. That's not the friends she has.
Wow. Let me read these super chats. Tahilism $4.99. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jay, I see you gave a $6.99 super sticker. Thank you, sir. We got Rain $2.99 super sticker. Thank you, sir. Ma'am. Thank you. El Castigador. Man, I can't say
Castigador.
Castigador, $10. Thank you. Sounds to me she has no respect for this man, mainly because he hasn't provided her with the structure and leadership needed before she can allow herself to submit to him. He needs to man up. Project Leroy, thank you, sir. $5. HQ, have you changed oil in your car? No. Fee tried to teach me, but that's just too nasty for me. Have you changed brakes on your car? No. Have you replaced
the oil on anything? The lawnmower, on anything?
I just couldn't. Cabin filters or on your car. Cooking and cleaning equal that. No, I mean, I would have done that, but he was that was not, he wouldn't let me, when he decided he was going to cook or clean, he was going to do something, he'd be like, nope, get out of the way because you're just going to be in my way. I'm going to do it because you're going to be in my way. He would say that. I'm going to change the oil. Just let me change the oil. Let me do what I got to do. Let me clean the ducts, the viaducts. Let me clean all of the whatever that is where you get trees and leaves and that. I can't remember what
the gutters.
Yeah, the gutters. Let me do that.
Get up on that ladder.
Hell no. He know I was scared of heights.
Yeah, that's the excuse all the time.
I am scared of heights. That is what it is. So I'm just saying there's certain things that he did do. There's certain things that I did. The girls go with me, train the girls how to do this, go to the nail shop, go get your hair done, know how to grocery shop, make a list. This is how you go do it. You don't just go to the store willy-nilly. You decide.
Coupons back in the day. Do coupons still exist?
Yeah, coupons still exist.
Really?
But they come across on the internet, so you got to scan them at the.
Oh man, I remember doing that for my mom, going through cutting all the coupons up.
Right. So there's order and structure in these marriages, and this marriage right here, they didn't establish boundaries. They didn't establish no kind of rules. They didn't establish what she was going to do, what she wasn't going to do. I believe he knew most of what was going on before they got married. He knew she was trashy. He knew she was dirty. Yeah. But you married her anyway. So live with the consequences of it. Make her. I don't know how he get her to do something. I don't know how he's gonna get her to do anything.
Head between the washer and dryer.
You said what?
Damn.
You put it through the washer and dryer. I don't know.
Dryer. She waiting for it. She you know why she waiting for it? She feel like that's what she deserved.
That's wild.
She be jumping. She be jumping. Instead of doing that, why don't you just go clean up?
Right.
You see this man get so frustrated and stuff like that. He probably just be so frustrated. She be, cowering and stuff. Don't cower, clean.
Yeah.
Pick up. You make your man get like that to where you think every time he gets upset, he's gonna put his hands on you, but he ain't never put his hands on you.
Right.
Clean. Just clean.
So if I can jump in on something, when somebody has that reaction. So right now I'm coaching a men's group and a man brought up kind of a situation of that nature. Mm-hmm. And I explained to him that his wife wasn't really feeling that way, but that's the most comfortable trauma spot for her to go to versus give her tasks. Like, hey, baby, I'm really struggling. I need you to help me do this. Not the other way around, which is like, hey, you see how hard I'm working? You're not doing anything. As soon as you start pointing fingers, they roll in that victim role even harder.
And if your girl, who said it, Machine said it, and if your girl got them nails, just know she not really going. She ain't really gonna be working too hard in the house. It's definitely gonna get scrubbed good.
I've had nails for a long time.
But you know which ones I'm talking about.
Right. We're not talking about your nails, HQ. We're talking about the ridiculous
them joints. Yeah.
Like, I mean, because I can work and do everything.
And they gotta hold their hands like this. They can't do like this. If your girl can't do it,
she ain't gonna be able to help you. Like this. Right. I can wash the car, do back. I can cut the grass. I hate it because I
Get
had
out
a
there and pull some weeds.
yard, but you know, I won't do it. But I will not. I refuse to go to bed with a nasty house. I refuse to go to bed with a nasty floor. I refuse.
I need to see that video, Janelle. I need to see a video. I need to see proof.
You proof of what?
Janelle. She got the nail. Janelle said she do it with the nails. I need to see proof.
Hey, some women can. Some women can. So
I gotta see it.
So we agree. We agree. You got it. What does he do with her? Does he get rid of her? What does he do? How is he going to train? Is he going to try to train her?
He has to have a come to Jesus meeting.
And
then
he has to make a list. He has to make a list of what she needs to do. This needs to be done every week. I need you to do this.
That lady ain't following no dang on list. That list is gonna be. That's just gonna be another thing for her to look at and not do.
So what does she do? So what does he do then?
Washer, dryer.
You wild.
Like a dog. You know how you do the dog? You do the dog. You see these socks? You see this stuff?
Zeus.
Spray bottle.
Zeus, talk to me logically. What can he do? You started it. What can he do?
I'm joking. It's all jokes. These are jokes. Do not put your hands on nobody.
No, I've been in this situation where I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a graph. They were very high up in the business area. And when I said, hey, I'm gonna make this graph, this chart, and you're gonna do these things on these days, I'm gonna do. They never gave any pushback. But when I put this list up, they like, we don't need a list, and they convinced me we didn't need a list. But if I had already created the list, that means we needed the list. That when you ask how did he get away from that? Because they almost sweet talk you into like, no, I get it. You want me to do this, this, and this. And then they might do it passively, and then all of a sudden they forget.
Apparently that's just like another child. You're gonna have to be right on top of that person.
Right. But see, the problem is we don't look at, as men, we don't look at it like that. We look at it as
we take care of them anyway. So
that's wild.
No, I'll cut you off, Zeus. I'll cut you off.
I don't know how you would solve this except make list and hope and pray and pride behind the person. I don't that's the only
you have to say to that person, like, hey, do you want our relationship to work? And if they're committed to making the relationship work, well, here's what we both need to do to make this better.
Okay.
Because somebody is coaching them, telling them they don't need to be doing all that. Or they're on TikTok, somebody is in their ear. Because there's a reason they're giving pushback.
Okay.
And I don't know if we was talking about this on this platform, if I heard another platform talk about it.
What?
But it's how do, and not say either is right? I'm just saying typically, how do women get men to do what they want in the marriage? Like what can you withhold or do for a man to get the man to do what you want in the marriage?
I'm a firm believer of silent treatment.
Silent treatment, withhold the cheeks. I think we talked about this on here.
Oh no, I ain't withhold no treats. You ain't getting.
Yeah, but that's you though, because you need the stuff. But I'm saying though,
that ain't gonna happen.
Most women will women will do that typically.
Right.
Either silent treatment, wait for you to figure out what's wrong, withhold the cheeks from you. I'm tired. I'm not feeling like it. Right. If you're not doing what they want you to do, what can a man do to get a woman to do what he wants her to do?
Silent treatment.
That don't work.
Because
she's still going to talk to him. She's still going to talk to him. The silent treatment is not
to her. He's not.
But the thing is, when she does the silent, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong, babe? What's wrong? He going to do that. She's going to do that too, but she's not going to change anything. The silent treatment is not going to work for her. There's nothing you can do, like this guy in this scenario, to make her do what you want her to do, babe.
Right, she's not going to acquiesce to it. Nope.
She's not going to acquiesce to it. He can't withhold the peen from her. She's like, I don't care.
So what is
I don't care.
So what is he going to do?
That's my question. What is he going to do?
So I'm asking you. You asking me to say he's stuck.
He's stuck. You stuck. He should. I said it's his fault. And initially, when you first said this thing, before you even finished the scenario, I said it's his fault because he should have known. But once you in it, He's stuck. He can't. He has no options.
It's just gonna be forever and a day him chasing behind her, trying to get her to do what she got to do. Otherwise, he gonna have to end that relationship.
Or he go down to Home Depot, get him a nice big shed, put it in
Well,
the
better
back.
still get a maid. There you go.
Run the line out to it. Put him a little bed in there, a TV. And just let her live in the house, and then
hire a maid,
and then see how she like living in the mess.
A maid isn't a solution.
Begging you to come back
yes,
because she's not. No, it's not because she's not changing. She
don't have to change. That's the job of the maid to clean up.
Okay,
yeah,
so
but she's still not.
Let me jump in.
She ain't got to change.
So
she has a maid to clean.
He
don't have to clean up behind her. He don't have to. The maid has to. That's what you're paying her to do. You're paying the maid to clean up after. If you think she's never gonna change, she ain't gonna change. She ain't gonna do whatever. Hire a maid and make her pay for it. Hey, you don't want to clean up. I don't want to clean up. Then we gonna pay for a maid, and we gonna get this maid, and the maid is gonna do the cleaning. What else? What else you gonna do?
HQ, have you ever had a maid? Have you ever had a maid?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about it.
It was a maid just to when we had all of the
You're
children.
lying.
No, I'm not. When we had all of the children and we both were working full-time jobs, when we had to work full-time jobs, we had to have a part-time maid. Yes.
Okay, so I take that back. You weren't lying. My point is, I secure houses, luxurious houses, and the people who live in the luxurious houses have 6 and 7 houses. So when they live here, they have a cook come in twice a week, and they have cleaners come in 3 times a week. And I'm thinking to myself, because I'm from the lower class. I think to myself, if I had a house like that, I'd clean it every day because it'd be just a joy. They're on what's called resort living. So their house is almost like a hotel where somebody comes in, just fixes the bed, changes the sheets every day and a half, all that. And that's this lady in the story has seen that, and that's what she thinks she deserved. So rather than communicate it, she just not going to do anything and let him figure it out. A lot of Tea Party princesses do that type of behavior.
Okay. So my scenario, my solution is to hire a maid.
And that's good that you guys got a maid.
I don't see unless you're willing to walk away, because you're not willing to stop having sex with her. You're not willing to walk away. So if you're not willing to walk away and you know she's not going to do anything, hire a maid. That's the only thing I can think. Because you confronting her is not working. You telling her, no, you got to clean up. So, okay, so I ain't cleaning up, sir. I'm not cleaning up. So what you going to do then? You going to withhold? What you going to withhold from me? You going to withhold?
That's not how those conversations go.
That's my whole point. My whole point is, what the hell you going to do? You going to lambaste me because I'm not doing anything? I hired a maid. I got us a maid. I got the house clean. The house is clean. The maid does it. So why we got a problem? Do we got a problem now? No, we shouldn't have no problem after that because I hired a maid.
I got a buddy. He's in my men's group. He's been married over 30 years. He having these conversations with his wife. And when he told me, I was like, how? And he says, well, she likes doing these other things, AKA vacationing, going to the casino, and she likes to drink. I'm like, oh, okay, now it's making sense. And what he would say when he would try to give her a plan, he got a job promotion. He's making more money than he's ever made in his life. And she can't spend it faster.
That's a whole nother scenario. That's
right. But I'm just telling you,
level.
This scenario that we started with on the other end of the spectrum, it's the same scenario. It's just got more branches. They got 2 kids. I was like, well, why don't you do this? He was like, well, when I gave her a card with limited spending on it, she said I was financially abusing her. And he just went through all these, like, no matter what he came up with, she had a problem for every solution. So I just wanted to share that's kind of what what
Hit her
happens
with
with
the
some
Arnold
people as well.
Schwarzenegger. Hit her with the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hit her with it. Hit her with it. Bring a fine ass maid up in there.
His maid wasn't even fine, but I bet you that house was clean, boy. She looked like them. You saw them arms? That house was
Yes,
clean,
I did.
man.
She looked like a male with some hair. And the
maid. She was a maid. She was a maid.
Y'all wild.
That house was clean.
I know, right? Hey, look, that just goes to show you. See, that I ain't even gonna say nothing.
It's like, why are you cleaning out that spare bedroom up there? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Whose luggage is this? Don't worry about it.
You wild.
Don't worry about it.
This our last scenario.
You don't pick up. I had to bring somebody in here that's gonna pick up.
Wow.
If you don't, if you tell me
more than the dirt.
If you tell me you cutting me off from some other stuff, she gonna pick that up too.
You wild.
She gonna pick it up and put it away. Hey, what they say do with the laundry, with me and the laundry, she gonna wash it, dry it, and put it away.
Hey.
Look, let's go.
I don't even know. I
Come
guess
on,
if you look back at it, something was going on in that marriage. Because he turned to the most unattractive maid I have ever seen.
Because she said, "Mr. Arnold, I will." Yeah, boy. Woo.
Yes, Poppy. Yeah, Poppy.
She put.
I got a question.
What, Zeus? Go ahead, Zeus.
Have you ever heard of men saying they're asexual?
Only the ones.
No, that's something that women do.
Asexual.
You know what, Zeus? I hear it, but it's from these new age, like super
young guys,
super left liberal, young blue hair, real feminine. But you know they just saying it. You know, if somebody came and gave them an opportunity, they going.
Right.
I got a buddy. He's 80. He's going through a divorce.
What?
His wife got pregnant when she was 40. They got married, et cetera, et cetera. Now she's getting a divorce, right?
What?
Well, when he tells me the story, I tell him what really happened. And he was like, yeah, I like sex, but she really doesn't. And then he told me when they got married, he said, well, at our wedding, we didn't do it. We didn't do like the traditional dances. We didn't do any dances because she didn't like to dance. That wasn't the fact. She didn't want to dance with him. It wasn't that she didn't like sex. She don't like sex with him. She rode the storm out. Kid goes off to college. Now she wants, hey, give me my check. I'm out of here. And with that said, I'm in.
That's why. That's a scenario that happens. That's a scenario that happens. It is what it is, sir. We can't help it. We got our last scenario. 29, you guys hit the like button coming in the door, please. Thank you. Super chats and cash apps are welcome. We want the content to be supported, please, and thank you. If you got $2, $5, or $10, or $20, or whatever you feel like donating, please do that. If you like the content, super chats and cash apps, please. We don't like to work for free, so please
send them.
And hit the like button. Thank you very much. In and out the door. I don't care which one it is, but hit that like button. Last scenario.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Our last scenario. How do I go on? How do I stay in a marriage with someone who says mean things in front of our children to hurt me? For example, my husband and I got in a disagreement this evening, and he told our youngest son, "We don't matter to your mom." Then when I confronted him, he said, "You will be the reason why he hates you. All you care about is our other kids." Then he looks at our son and says, "Don't listen to her. She just wants to be argumentative." Oof. For reference about our other kids, 2 of our oldest moved out, and he thinks that I shouldn't do anything for them or help them out anymore. He has openly said he favors our 9-year-old, and he feels I don't favor our 9-year-old enough. So he says hurtful things like that when we argue. I love all of my kids equally and would never say and laugh about favoring one over the other like he does in front of our children. Never. This has gone on for the past couple of years, and I just don't know what else to do or else to handle it when he says things like that in front of our child. What should I do?
Can you read just the beginning again?
He says, how do I stay in a marriage with someone who says mean things in front of our kids to hurt me? For example, my husband and I got into a disagreement this evening, and he told our youngest son, we don't matter to your mom.
Okay, all right. So something that she's not telling the whole story.
Yeah.
She not telling. I mean, he might have said it is whatever, but she not telling the whole story. Because why would he say he telling the 9-year-old we don't matter to your mom?
Okay, but we don't know what she did. But
why say he didn't say something else? He said that.
But why? But does it matter why he said it?
Yes. Because of what he said.
That's something you don't say to a kid at all.
He shouldn't have said it, but she's not telling the whole story.
Well, we get that, but we don't know what that is. So we can only address what we see.
I know I can address all of it. I can address it because
you can't make supposition. But why would a person say that? Why would a person say that?
Because she favors the other kids.
Okay, and then she said, I love all my kids equally and would never say and laugh about favoring one or the other over any one of them.
Yeah, because that's cap though. I've seen that happen where a mom favors certain kids over the other one, but they not going. I love all y'all the same. You do? Well, it don't show. It don't show. So why would he say that? That I'm not saying why would he say it like that to her and that because that's wrong, whatever.
I'm the wife.
Exactly what he said. Your mom don't care about you or me.
So why would you tell my son that?
Because it might be the truth.
Okay, it's the truth, but why would you say that?
Yeah, it's not right to say that to the kid.
You're trying to turn my son against me. Like I hate my son when I don't hate my son. Why would you tell my son that I don't care about him?
Didn't she say the husband said that to her? He's gonna end up hating you later in life
because of you. Yes.
No, not because of him. Probably because of her. Because of her. Yeah. So she obviously has to be doing something.
Oh, so you want to help him along to hate me, huh?
That's not helping. He's telling her. That's a warning. That's a warning.
How is it a warning?
Because he's telling you he's going to end up hating you later in life if you keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, so you told me.
Because I see it, but maybe she don't see it. Him as the husband sees it, but she doesn't see it. So he's telling her.
Sees it? How do we know the son sees it?
I don't know that the son sees it, but that's why he said later in life. That's why the dad said later in life, when he realizes what's going on now and he looks back, he's going to end up hating you because of how you're treating him now.
So why would you tell a son? And she said it's not true. She said it's not true.
Well,
why would you tell?
Lying?
You don't know that. We don't know.
I do know that because why would the husband just make that up? He could have said a whole bunch of other mean, different things to this woman.
All of that. I get all of that.
Your casserole sucks.
So honestly, so my question would be, so you want to help it along? You want to help our son along to?
I'm not saying he should have said that to the son.
Instead of giving me an opportunity to turn myself around. Okay, say I'm the shitty mama that you think I am. I treat them differently. Now you have told me you're treating our children differently. Now you need to stop that shit for our son hates you. Why would you tell my son? Why would you fasten it along to help my son hate me?
Even at the end of her statement, she said she treats them the same. So she obviously thinks that she treats all of them the same.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's not the case. So him telling her that is not changed, hasn't changed her, because even at the end of this, she said she didn't even say, you know what, I can see what he's saying in some certain instances. She said, no, I treat them all the same. You obviously don't if he's saying that to you.
So I don't get an opportunity to change any of that. You just automatically go to
that's her opportunity. That's her opportunity. That's not disrespecting her. That's not this.
Yes,
I don't think that's disrespect if you tell your spouse our kid is going to end up hating you later in life.
Of my kid. That's disrespectful in front of the
Well,
kid.
in front of the kid, yeah, that's not the
Dad,
time or place. But telling her that alone is not disrespectful.
Hey Susie, your dad is a lazy bum. He don't care
That's
about
not
us.
what he said. That's not. He didn't
That's
say
what I'm
lazy bum.
saying to you.
He
I'm
said
saying
your
you
mom don't care about you or I.
I'm
Well,
saying you
she's
don't
obviously
say that
doing
stuff in front of
something.
a kid. You don't say that stuff in front of a kid. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Of
maybe you
course.
need to hurt her a little bit to make it real. Maybe.
Really? So
Yeah,
now,
maybe
okay.
now it feels real.
Wait a
Now,
minute,
'cause
hold on.
now,
We
now,
have all
now,
these scenarios. We have all these scenarios
no,
about not
now,
telling the kid any bad thing,
nope,
alienating
nope.
the kid.
No,
Now
I'm not
here we
alienating the
go.
kids. So
Here we
now she
go.
knows the kid is aware. The kid is 9. Now she is aware that the kid
Jay,
is aware that she treats him different.
Jay, how is that not parent alienation? How is that
She
not
should do a
parent
better
alienation?
job at treating that kid better. If she was doing the job to treat that kid better, he wouldn't have never been able to make that statement.
So therefore, we don't want to hear about when women do this parent alienation. It's justified.
What you talking about?
Jay, what he's doing is parent alienation.
She not doing like the Bonquishas and them doing. Your daddy ain't nothing. He ain't this. He a BAN. He all this. He ain't this. He didn't do that. He said she don't care about us.
That's the same thing.
And the kid was probably like, "Yeah, I know. Can I go play PlayStation now?"
That's the same thing. It's called parent
enough.
alienation.
I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
So I'm saying it's not right in either scenario. I'm saying it's definitely not
in this
right
scenario. It's fine. I'm fine with this scenario because she should have been doing her job to not alienate this kid before that.
And we gonna revisit this point. Zeus.
Because obviously they feel a certain way that she's not doing what she should be.
I'm saying it's not right for him to do. I'm saying it's not right to alienate that kid and tell that kid that.
She's already alienating the kid because they obviously don't feel that way. And I can only assume the 9-year-old feels the same way. If the dad feels that strongly against it,
we don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
Zeus, where you at? What you got for us, Zeus?
I'm saying to Zeus. Zeus.
Oh, okay, so what's the question for me, or are you asking my POV
question
of it?
for you is
POV.
Yeah, what's your point of view? What is it?
I think it's poor planning on everybody's part, and there's a better way that can be handled. I read this thing by Dr. Laura Schlesinger. It's called 10 Ways to Fight Fair. I never knew fighting had rules. And I learned how to argue and debate, but I also learned how to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned how to put a disclaimer on things. And I want to role play with you, HQ. You and I are in this same situation.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, HQ, can I talk to you? I really got to get something off my chest.
Okay.
I don't know how the right words to say this. It's probably going to come out harsh, but I want to be direct in what I'm saying, but I want to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as parents, we can both do better. I'm not happy. I'm sure reflecting the mirror, you're not happy with me.
Mm-hmm.
How can we talk to the kids better? How can we respect each other and grow our love versus grow our hate? Can you give me like 2 suggestions on that, please?
Okay. First, I want to identify why or when have you come to the realization that you are unhappy? When did you come to that realization? And then I want to check and see if I came to the same point of view. Okay, I'm unhappy too. I know why I'm unhappy. Why are you unhappy? And are we unhappy for the same reasons?
HQ, I said role playing. I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the way
to your room, no dinner.
This is the way I think. I'm sorry. Okay. Is this a discussion we should have in public, or should we take some time and have some time to have this conversation?
Well, I think sometimes you can say things that hurt me, and I'm sure I do the same thing where it comes out way worse than I wanted. I want to be able to respect you and love you. So let's just have it out here. We can do it in the open, and then we'll work on ways to make it better. But let's start here.
Okay. First off, I want to apologize for what I said inadvertently, or if I said it directly. I apologize for that.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
There we go. So That being said, I hear you. There's an issue, and I want to address it. Let's make it clear. I want to continue with this relationship. How can I help? How can I change?
Well, I don't want you to change. I want us to become better at getting our tools together. And I do hear you. I respect you. And I want to love you a little bit better.
Mhm.
And I think I'm falling short on that. So let's start off with a 10-minute nightly walk that we do together just to kind of do things. And we don't have to talk at all, but let's just do that every night or 3 times a week to just kind of keep ourselves grounded in what our goals are as a family.
Absolutely.
You stole that from me. You heard me say that before on here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love that. I would love that. And I want to hear everything you have to say. I want to hear everything you have to say.
Did he get mugged? Stick him up. Damn it. See, you got us out here.
See, this is the open dialogue that we want to have in relationship. This is the open. This is the reaching out. This is being contrite. This is how you have that open communication with somebody. What do you think, Zeus?
I'm a big fan of adding to your toolbox.
Okay.
And I think as people, just people in general, we don't have a lot of these tools that we utilize in our personal lives.
Mm-hmm.
When I read the list by Dr. Laura Schlesinger, it helped me automatically start communicating better.
Okay.
I think a lot of times we mix conversations, AKA, when you were talking to me, I wanted you to talk to me, tell me one thing, and then give me a kiss. That's the connection.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? When you just sit there and it's like, oh, I got this mental note, I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
That comes off as robotic to some. But don't get me wrong. I get, like, when you're very analog. I realize when you said that, like, you like to write things down. You like to complete tasks. Hey, I got something on my mind. I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to say it, even if it's not the right time. I got it. Okay. I think we, as melanated people or as BIPOC people, we don't know how to correctly approach a situation. Okay. We don't know how to have those hard conversations without them exploding into 9 layers of apocalypse.
We have to get to the point where we put the blame in the back seat. Put the blame in the back seat and just focus.
That's hard, man. That is.
I know.
Ooh, that's hard.
I try to do it. You know, I see it. People say, well, HQ, you don't see it. Yes, I do. I see both. I try to see both sides, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. When I say that we all are in the middle and we all have issues and problems, I try to see from both sides. I see it. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't. Most of the times I can. So I try not to blame, but I like to see both sides of the issue. I want to see, I think step after step. I just do one step at a time. I don't go all the way out here. I just go right here. I'm very focused in this is how I go. Because this is the scenario we had the other night about the immigration. You all was going all the way out here with the immigration. I was just focusing on due process. That's it.
Don't start that.
Due process. That's it. Due process. Not if they're here, due process.
Build
See
a
how
wall.
you focus on one thing? Due process. So I hear you, Zeus. And that's an appropriate thing. Where we
most people don't communicate that way in their life in general.
Right.
So to get into a relationship and then start to communicate that way, I mean, that's like in the toolbox. That's just should be an interpersonal thing when you're speaking to people. When you got coworkers and it's getting passive aggressive at the office and all that type of stuff, people do not talk like that.
I mean, people gotta learn. This is the whole point, is to get
just to communicate.
Just to communicate, talk to a person, understand. the putting blame in the back seat is the hardest thing you can do. Accountability, I get it. But people get defensive when you come at them raw. So you try not to come at them raw. That way it's easier to put the blame in the back and then actually have that current in real time conversation with people. You notice that me and Zeus he said, sometimes I say X, Y, and Z. I immediately knew in the back of his mind, he said, there's something that she needs to apologize for. So I immediately figured that out and said, hey, I apologize for what I could, woulda, shoulda, right? Knowing maybe I did. As a human being, I can make mistakes, and I have flaws. I'm not perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to flesh out that communication in the marriage, in a relationship. And I get it. He gave me something where I could be free. I could be flighty. I could be free to be outside. The wind, the hair, we're free, holding hands, talking about any little things. And I said to him, I want to hear everything you have to say.
Mm-hmm. You know, my biggest thing, and it's to get a little personal, whenever I have an argument or a discussion, and I'm like, man, this thing is on me, I got to bring it up because it's, you know, I'm starting to see a trend of certain thing and I got to address it. So I go and I address it. You know what the next conversation is for the next hour and a half about something I did months ago or a year ago or something like that, but that wasn't brought up. Right. It was never brought up to me.
Right.
You know, and we're going to end up arguing about that the whole time. And it's like, this is not even what the issue, the core issue was right now in this moment. We arguing about something, and then now it's tit for tat. You did this then, and remember when you did this then, and it's like, listen, I'm not even.
Do you see the opportunity? Do you see the opportunities? Do you see the opportunity in your relationship now?
For what? To have this type of conversation?
To have a conversation like every week. What have we not addressed in this relationship? Have you did that?
I mean, I'm single parenting right now. I kicked her out the country.
Couple of things going on. So when somebody, generally it's a female energy, when they bring up stuff you like from 8 months ago,
yeah,
that's called gunny sacking. That style of communication they're putting in this like virtual sack.
Hold on.
And then they bring it up.
He said gunny sacking.
Yeah, that's one form of it. And then Dr. Phil has this comment: do you want to be right or do you want things to move forward?
Right.
I think as BIPOC people, we do that a lot. We want to be right in that moment, and it starts an avalanche of nonsense. Right. You dealing with the police, you dealing with some other entity, and that, you know, how many times we watch dash cam and they could just go, you know what, you're right, and just be quiet. But they quiet. They keep pushing it. They keep pushing it.
So we know that you cannot hold these grievances if you want that marriage to be productive. You can't hold those grievances.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me jump in. So there's the last thing I wanted to ask. What you're talking about is called communication check-ins.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are, I do a 2-minute one and I do a 30-second one.
Okay.
So HQ, you want to role play me doing a communication check-in with you? Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, the phone rings.
Hello.
Is this my darling? Baby, your voice sound. What are you doing right now?
Yes, it is. You sound sexy as hell. What's going on?
Okay, look, I just want to tell you.
Y'all, come on. Y'all need to. I don't know if we could do this, y'all. I can't.
Hey, who is that? Who is that in your office?
This is how I would do it.
Who is that in your office? This is some bullshit. Abort.
Hey, homie. Hey, she chose me, homie. Last 5 years.
That's exactly what I would do it. Every time I got a phone call from Philo, I'd be like, you sexy bitch, you. What's going on?
Right. What's going on? Those are touch points that we do when we're dating but we don't do when we're cohabitating or the next step. And it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out conversation. It needs to be little, short. I'm mad at you. We in the kitchen, because our thing is no matter how mad we are, we still gonna wash dishes. So we get in there washing dishes, but we don't talk. Right. I'm gonna accidentally bump my hips against your bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rub your tummy and say, girl, you still got it. I'm mad, but I can't be mad for long. I'm gonna do those things,
right?
Because that's me. I'm gonna give you that effort. So when you away from me and temptation knocking on the door, you go, you know what? I do have something special. And that's kind of how I work in relationships. Communication check-ins, they don't have to be long. They just have to be short, a touch point, done.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got another one. Let's do another one.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? I'm real short on time. I am swamped. I'm stressed out. And you know what? I want to thank you for being my strength and my support. Gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.
Mine will want to talk. He'll call me right back. What was that about? What's going on? What happened?
I be smiling all day. I be smiling all day.
All sorts of questions, man.
All day. Was that the point, Zeus?
Yes. The point is,
quick check-in.
You got to build up the good, because the bad is coming.
Right.
But that was, how much did it take of my day?
5 seconds.
That's it. It's a simple thing. But I had to see somebody do that, and then I was like, oh, I can make that my own. And then I learned better and better how to do it.
Yes. Texting, 1-2 words, something, thinking about you, thought about you.
How's your day? By the way, HQ, answer your emails from a month ago, please.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I would even be.
I love you. I love
Natural K wrote me like May 8th. And I was like, dang, I ain't seen none of these emails. I got to go back. I'm sorry. I apologize. I do. Final thoughts, guy.
To be transparent, you have done better. I get it. You're growing.
I know. Final thoughts, Jay.
Like you just brought up natural care. So you need to eat something. Especially after all the activity you just did with Mr. Nathaniel down the street.
I eat two times a day. It is what it is.
Solution based. That's why I like these conversations, man. You might go all over it, but we're trying to get back to one solution. And we might not always end on the same solution.
Blame in the back seat. Then let's have an honest conversation.
Ooh,
I know
that's up stuff from 15 years ago.
I know.
Remember you did that?
I know. But the check-ins are important. Right, Zeus?
I might have to incorporate that check-in into a lot of different
Right. Zeus.
Check in with my family, my peeps.
I do that with people that I used to work with like 3 years ago. I'll just do a quick check-in. And as I say, I think I have a poly mindset. So all relationships are important. So just sending somebody a quick text, hey, a guy I used to work with like 12 years ago, we went out to lunch a year ago. I was like, okay, when I come back into town, let's go out to lunch, once every 2 months.
Okay.
Just stuff like that. Just practicing good touch-based communication. I'm a big fan of that. I love, and you want the final words, right?
Yeah.
I love the scenarios that you're coming up with. And I think it's good to hear other people's framework and how they express love.
But we got to have Black America. We got to have Black America. We got to pull it back in. But see, he represents a part of the class out there, the part of people that are out there, and they think and do and act the same way. So we cannot negate his contribution to it, because there are people who live and breathe like that. So I thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming up, Jay and Zeus. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I will check the email. I will. Thank you, sir. Hello, all. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hitting the like button, the share button, hit the notification button. You got to hit the notification button. Otherwise, you don't get notified for shows like these. Notification, share, and the like button. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the super chats and the cash apps. I thank you. I appreciate it all. Thank you guys. And we'll be here tomorrow. Yes, we will. We will be here tomorrow. Thank you all.